Very good morning, Moramai, as we say in Manx here on the Isle of Man. And what a contrast in the weather, first of all. Glorious conditions here at the Colas Balaun course on Saturday for the racing and yesterday for the big afternoon TT opening practice session. Today, well, it's grey and there's murk and it's pretty chilly as well. The fleece is staying on, and the weather forecast, we'll just take a look at that and set the scene. We could get some showers because it says starting cloudy today with occasional showers, but during the afternoon and into the evening the showers will become isolated as sunny intervals develop. Light or moderate west or northwest winds with the maximum temperature a rather cool 13 Celsius. Tonight will then be mostly dry, with much of tomorrow seeing sunny intervals and only isolated showers. However, the showers may become more frequent later in the day, which isn't good news for the big events further up north in the island. But the outlook largely fine for the rest of the week and into the weekend. So that's the optimistic note to end that weather forecast on. Well, 3 races on Saturday saw a record 19th win for Mike Hose in dominant fashion, and a debut victory for Andy Hunt in the 350 and 250cc SPR singles classic races. Dominic Herbertson took the checkered flag in the AD Hewitt dental practice 1100cc race, and Rod Bellis and Glenn Dawson took the honours in the first 3-wheeling sidecar event. 7 more races ahead of us today on the main race day at the 2022 Blackford Financial Services Pre-TT Classic Road Race meeting. Well, usually this Monday is a bank holiday, but it's with all the Queen Platinum Jubilee celebrations, we've got a double bank holiday at the end of this week, a 3-day working week, but today is a normal working day. So I wonder whether that will affect crowds a little bit, and also just the conditions and the chill in the air. So we'll wait and see. There's a few hardy souls on the grandstand. A very good morning to you there, here on the start-finish line on the Castletown bypass. Well, first of all, let's go out to the other commentary points on the circuit here, and that's at Cross Four Ways. And I should imagine pretty well wrapped up today, and probably not worrying about any threat of sunburn, I don't think, today. Let's say a very good morning to Rob Pritchard.
Yeah, very good morning, Tim. And yes, Moramai to our listeners out there. As you say, Tim, quite a contrast, really, to what we saw over on Friday and Saturday, us basking in the sunlight, I think it's fair to say, but the grey clouds, as you say, hanging over us so far this morning, and I certainly don't want to count any chickens as to which way the weather might in turn go. We know how interchangeable that Manx weather is at any time of year, let alone during road racing, and yeah, just everyone getting the final preparations underway down here at Cross Four Ways. Everything very calm and still, waiting for the action to get underway. The track out in front of us looking nice and pristine and dry as it stands. Let's hope that that doesn't change at another point later today. And just to confirm your assumptions just a few moments ago, yes, extremely well wrapped up today. The fleece jacket is on from the start. It was on off throughout Friday and Saturday, and I think you're right as well. When I don't think at this point there's going to be any major issues for the likes of the top of my head and hands, which are still recovering from the searing temperatures that we saw on Friday and Saturday. Well, plenty of racing to look forward to, of course, and just to offer my thoughts on some of the ones that we could be keeping an eye on in that first race that's going to come up today, the 250cc Classic and the 125cc Post Classic. In the 125 class, that's newly introduced, of course, but some good performances in practice and qualifying from the likes of one of the newcomers, Russell Rowbury at number 17 on the 125 Honda, and Mark Herbertson on his 125 Honda at number 79, two to look out for in that class. And certainly one of the sections that we absolutely enjoyed on Friday and Saturday was the 350cc, of course. And for those who will have been listening on Friday evening, you're treated to an absolute spectacle at the top of the grid. And for the benefit of those who couldn't join us on Friday evening, during that particular practice anyway, the top 6 had all hit speeds north of the 86 mile per hour mark. So if that was anything to go by, we really could be in for, as Tim called one of those races on Saturday, a bit of a battle royale. So certainly looking forward to that. But there's many more besides to come, and we're very much looking forward to it, Tim. And I don't want to cause mass hysteria, but I can see some pockets, funnily enough, of blue sky just popping over the top of Nova State, just looking across the course and up to the more mountainous areas. There are still those grey clouds looming. Let's hope they don't drop any rainfall on us anytime soon. But for now, all things nice and calm, and we just await for the next set of racing to get underway. Back to you for the time being.
Thank you very much, Rob Pritchard. Enjoy your day out at Cross Four Ways. Well, let's just, before we go and talk to our third commentator, vital cog in the team, let's just give you the grid. And it is for our first race, which is race 4, the Quine and Cubban Printers 250cc Classic and 125cc Post Classic race. And the grid, it's page 36 and 37 in your race programme, and that's only £5, and all the money goes to the Sudden 100 Club, and vital for them to have as many sales as possible. So please support them and buy your programme. Well, on pole, it is number 4, Mike Hose, and joining him on the front row will be number 7, Ewan Hamilton, and number 65, Loris Hunt. Second row is number 12, Richard Ford, number 5, Keith Shannon, and number 40, Barry Davidson. And the third row is number 79, Mark Herbertson, number 70, Russell Robury, and number 104, Andy Hunt. So the question really up in the air, is Mike Hose going to become the first rider to mark up 20 wins at this particular meeting? Well, the 2 course cars are out on the road in front of me. The road and the circuit now is closed, so we are getting prepared for racing. Course inspection will be setting off very shortly, any minute now, and just checking that everything is secured, everything is shut down and locked down for racing around the Colas Balaun course. Without further ado, let's just head south down the Castletown bypass to the Southern 100 HQ, and in the paddock area and also the holding area and the dummy grid. That's the area that Chris Kinley will be providing all the commentary and reporting on all the action and the deeds on this Monday morning and indeed afternoon. A very good morning, Chris Kinley.
Yes, good morning to you, Tim, and good morning to Rob out there at Cross Four Ways, and good morning to you, dear listener, all over the world and listening around the hedges on the 4.25 mile Colas Balaun circuit. Got here this morning, wasn't too bad actually, came down for Douglas, it absolutely lashed it down in Douglas. It's quite dry down here, to be fair. When I came down through Cross Four Ways past Rob, who just arrived there just after 8 o'clock, and had a look through Church Bend, through Stadium and down through Great Meadow and stuff, and it was pretty dry, to be fair, which is good. Let's hope it's going to stay like this, and like Tim, just give us a bit of a weather forecast there before we hand it around and stuff, and then let's maybe go and have a quick chat if we can to Ewan Hamilton, who's here, just keeping a little T20 Suzuki warm because it is quite cold. I'll tell you how cold it is. I've actually got a big coat on, and I've actually got a fleecy, what do you call it, a bobble hat on, because it is actually quite cool down here. Temperatures dropped from what it was on Saturday, reasonably warm, still that cold breeze that was coming in Saturday, and that's still very prevalent as well. But we will have the machines making their way onto the little link road that links Castletown town itself to the bypass, and you in the little T20 just tickling away. You can just hear it in the background there, and you and a veteran campaigner around here now. Loris Hunt is there as well. Maybe grab a quick word with Loris if I can. His Suzuki T20, same as Ewan's, looking very smart also. You've got all the times and stuff and everything there up to Tim for the qualifying. Number 5 to see Mike Hose's machine, and number 5 Keith Shannon's machine is there. So Keith, a big disappointment for him with the the Cotton Telstar, wasn't it, the other day in the first race number 1, but I'm sure he'll be looking to make amends in this one. Number 100, Heffen Owen, had a chat with Heffen the other day. He's on one of the more modern 125s. Number 17, Russ Rowbury as well. He goes quite well. He did quite well in qualifying too. 97 next to him too. Another newcomer, that is Jeff Smith. So we're all set here for the first race of the day. It's supposed to go away around about 9:25, and as usual, the Sunderland Club will have it to its usual timing, perfect timing as we go throughout your day. And maybe Ewan now, and he's not concentrating so much on looking at the temperature on this, and maybe grab a quick check with Ewan if we can. It's just the final rev on the little T20, and she shuts down. And Ewan, good morning. Okay?
Yeah, great. Yeah, lovely day, isn't it?
It's not the warmest.
I think the TT guys have got it luckier than us.
Well, it was all right on Saturday though, wasn't it?
Oh, it was lovely. It's perfect weather.
Temperature's down for you though with a little bike. Is this going to affect it at all?
Well, it was a little bit rich on Saturday and I was going to come down, but with this weather I went, nah, leave it alone. She'll be fine. She'll get home.
Just explain that to the listeners out there, because a lot of people won't understand what I know what you mean, but other people won't. So what are we going to do?
Well, you're looking for optimum performance with these little 2-strokes, and if you put a jet size too big, it doesn't go as fast. So if you come down too much, you might lead it and it seizes. So there's a happy medium to be struck. So I'm in the middle.
And enjoying the Blount circuit as usual?
4 years since I've been here. I didn't come in 19, so
yeah.
I'm still rusty yet. So I've got another 3 seconds in me yet.
Was it 19 you didn't come? Were you? I think you injured or something, were you? Or
I hurt my back, so I said, nah, I'm not coming because it's dangerous to myself, to other folks, so I don't do that. So I'm fighting fit now.
Great to be back here, isn't it, again?
Absolutely. It's great. This is a great meeting. Yeah. Great meeting. I'll come back next year and as long as I can.
Good man. Thanks, Ewan.
Thank you, Chris.
You're welcome. Cheers. So there we go. A little bit of inside information from Ewan there. Yeah, I do remember that in 2019, Tim and Rob, that he had a bad back, and I remember speaking to him down here, and he had that look of a racer who wants to be out there, but unfortunately the old body will not let him be out there, so that's a bit of a shame. Number 65, Loris Hunt, qualified third. Maybe grab a quick word with Loris if we can. Very similar machine to what Ewan's going to be running as well. And excuse me, guys and girls, just get past here. Loris, good morning.
Morning.
How you doing?
I'm alright, and you?
Yeah, how was practice?
Yeah, practice went alright, to be fair. We've just made a few little changes here and there, but other than that, it's been going all good.
Ewan is just saying about the cold temperatures. Any changes made jetting sizes?
So far, no, but we're just about to go out. So.
All right, yeah, that's all right. You're welcome. Have a good race. Thank you, Loris. Cheers. Good man. Got Loris on the back of there, and I tell you, just in your mind's eye, he's about, I'd say he's a good 6 foot, and he's just done one of those things I'm never going to be able to do. Just stepped over the back of the bike to get on it. You can hear the bikes firing up. There's Ewan Hamilton's. Gives the missus a big kiss before she goes, which is good. And there's Ewan, away he goes. Out onto the circuit. Machine's making the way onto the little link road now. Peter Berwick here as well. Oh, Peter, nice to see you. Good 250 man in his time too. And my good friend Chris Palmer, who I spoke to a bit earlier on there, said if we need a bit of a chat with him as the day goes on, and I'm sure we will with Chris. And I bet you if he was there still riding, he could do one of these little older 125s. I'm pretty sure Chris Palmer would. So nice to get the quick chat with you and then have a bit of technicality sort of stuff. I'll make my way to the link road. Another machine just coming out here now, just behind me, 79. That's the machine of Mark Herbertson, who's not here yet, but Mark won't be too far away. There's Barry Davison also coming out. And number 17, as you mentioned, the newcomer Russ Rowbury. He goes past us now, just paddling the little 125 along. And that's Mark Herbertson giving it a bit of a handful away. Gives a big smile. There's Barry Davison also going past us on the number 40 bike. What was he saying the other day? 94, was it, race wins around the Irish circuits over the years. And Barry, a good campaigner as well. Like I said the other night, if you didn't catch it, his young fella is doing a bit of racing now as well, and that must be heart and mouth stuff, mustn't it, really? 67 also going out as well. 89, 97, 60, just numbers at the moment, because just got to watch your back as you go through here. Number 60, Billy Cummins, Connor's dad, of course, the decorator as he's known. We'll make our way down to the holding area. We shouldn't be too far away now. Just looking over towards South Barrule, looking at that sort of way, up towards the Slough and that's over towards the west of the island. That's where the dark clouds are. They're hopefully going to stay over that way. Looking out towards Scarlet, not too bad, which is obviously we nearly had a crash then with a lady running down the I nearly said the sidewalk, but not in America, on the parapet or the pavement. And she nearly went down in the grass, but no, she's all right. She managed to keep her up. No yellow flags were required. As you can hear, we've just got to the holding area now. 89 is at the back. That's Lawrence Cummins. Lawrence on another little 125. You do wonder to yourself, where do they dig these machines from? Where have these machines all been lying over these years? You just wouldn't want to think about it, would you? An interested spectator as Roy Moore stood there. Roy enjoying his retirement, I'm sure enjoying sitting watching these bikes. Shame that his young fella Peter's not getting the 250 out. That's a very problematic machine. They haven't managed to fix that thing. 67 Jeff Bates, good podium for him the other day. He'd have been happy with that. 27 also Alan Smallbones alongside us. How you doing? Alan on row number 7. It's a great tree of all these different sounds, isn't it? It's Billy Cummins' machine. You can just hear rattling and tickling away just in front of us here. Billy, like Connor, is a big lad, and he makes that machine look absolutely tiny. 107, Michael Titchmarsh in Broughton, and a little 250 Honda. The grid marshals down here, just final checks on the grid, just to make sure everybody is in their positions. And we'll get the gates open very shortly, and the first machines will be heading out on track. Just here, Billy Cummins' machine. Great sound, stood down right next to sat on the bike right next to me here. Just keeping a little eye on the officials up there. It looks like the gates are going to be open. There's not a single gate anymore. There's a double gate. And away we go. Number 15 just got a problem. I think that's Bob Doughty. It is. Bob had awful trouble getting that machine fired up the other day, but no, yeah, that's all sorted, Bob. Bob, of course, will be out in the sidecars a little bit later on with Wally Saunders. So the first race of the day, the Quine and Cubban Printers. I've just seen Cal and the guys in Quine and Cubban here, and good morning to those guys. It's the 250 Classic and the 125 Classic. Let's set the scene. We've set the scene down here. Let's head out to Cross Four Ways. Rob Pritchard.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. There they go, the first riders of the day making their way out. You mentioned Bob Doughty there, getting himself underway. I think it was on Saturday, if I recall correctly, seeing him coming through on that machine a couple of times. He really was having to manhandle it at times through the gears to get himself through Cross Four Ways, so I don't know if those are in any way related. Well, there is no heat haze on the track to contend with today, so hopefully that optical illusion that started for myself at the start of the weekend has been abated. And we just wait to see who's going to be coming past the stables, of course, up at Ballawhetstone, making their way then through Gellings Farm, Williams Corner, then down through the dip, and then eventually round Maggie's cottage towards us as well. I think we could just hear the first sounds of those crackling engines in the distance. Lovely to hear that on a Monday morning, isn't it? So we just wait to see through. We've got a very good line of sight here, as we have done actually all weekend as well. It's a fantastic look down those sweeping and turning bends that brings all the riders into Cross Four Ways here, and still a nice smattering of spectators here as well. You've got to remember, of course, this is for many island residents. It's back to their usual daily business on a Monday after the break over the weekend, so we certainly had the best of the weather in that respect. You can still see that carpet of grey cloud over us, but it hopefully will continue shifting away from the course as it is currently, and yeah, just hearing the volume rise just a little bit more as they start making their way down towards us, waiting to see the leaders coming into the line of sight. There is the travelling marshal, and several following closely behind in nice formation here as they make their way down through the dip and round Maggie's cottage as well. And here he is, man on ball, here he is. Mike Hose just leading away a couple of bike lengths from number 7, Ewan Hamilton, then 65, Loris Hunt, and there's the first of the 1-2-5s, and as well 17, Russell Roby, followed by 12 and 5, so Keith Shannon at the back of that group. And that lovely noise of number 40, Barry Davidson, coming through there on that Team Gimbert. There's number 79, Mark Herbertson, and number 100, that's Heaven Owen, and number 68 as well. He's through safe and sound. That's Bob Farrington on a 1-2-5, 107. Then 104, Andy Hunt's leading another charge with another group of 5 making their way through here. 89 coming through as well, so that's Lawrence Cummings. There's 71, 15, 90. Travelling marshals backing it up as usual, all looking very smooth through cross four-ways. Everyone there, I tell you what, they're Barry Davidson's 250 Team Gimbert, they're absolutely singing through there as they all now rattle their way up to Church Bends. And Andy Hunt, of course, 104, one to keep an eye on after an excellent performance on Saturday to get a win on his as a newcomer as well. So that 250 Ducati might be quite a difference in that class come the end of the session, and we wait to see that. So that's all of them through as it stands. No issues whatsoever here as we wait for them to roll their way through Church Bends. They will have done so. Back to you, Tim.
Thank you very much indeed, Rob Pritchard. And yes, the red flag just on display to remind them to stop here as the travelling marshal leads the contenders around. This race last run in 2019, 3 years ago, was won by Jeff Ward ahead of Brian Mattia with Mike Hose in third. But Mike Hose won it in 2018 and 2017 and 2014 and 2011 and 2009. So he has pedigree in this and he is in pole position. So is he going to make it now? Win number 20, that's what he's aiming for. 6 laps of the Colas Balaun course await as the grid forms, and we'll give you once we've got who's leading down further down the bypass with Chris Kinley, we'll give you the non-starters that I have a notification of. But Mike Hose, Ewan Hamilton, 4, bike number 4 and bike number 7, and Loris Hunt, bike number 65, they're all on the front row as the technical officials move through the field and just check everything is they're in the right position, and everything looks safe as well with the bikes. Vital role. Green flag will be waved when everything has been checked from the back of the grid, and then we'll go engage gear and then watch the lights. A sign goes up in the air so the whole field can see. So we're just looking towards the back. 2 travelling marshals on the crest of the hill, School Hill, the rise there, and then it comes down, and the green flag is being waved at the back. So engage gear, sign is switched round, watch the lights, revs go up and away we go. And it seems to be a good start on the inside from Loris Hunt, but who's got the whole shot? Chris Kinley.
Yeah, down at the clubhouse here, lap 1 of, how many laps is this one? 6. It's number 5, number 12 and number 40. I think it was 65, yeah, it's 5, 12 and 65 with a front 3 across the line. Not a good start for 7 and not a good start for 4, Tim.
Thanks very much. Yes, it looked a bit of a sluggish start from the front 2, but we've had this before where the second row seemed to have got the advantage. Not sure that we saw 72 there, Ian Bainbridge, or 76, and that is Royston Phipps, so we'll just keep an eye on that, but I didn't see them go past. And the other non-starters, and it's page 36 of the programme for the Quine & Cub and Printers 250cc Classic and 125cc Post Classic. Non-starters 9, 23, 47, 83, 85, 87, 101 and 102. Just repeat those. 9, 23, 47, 83, 85, 87, 101 and 102. And we'll just keep an eye on whether we see 72 and 76. They were registered to be on the grid, but didn't see them on the start line. So as they went past, but we'll just keep a weather eye on that. But let's head out to Cross Four Ways for this opening lap with Rob Pritchard.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. Can hear them screaming through Ballowetston. Just waiting to see the first of those coming into our sights. It was a great start, as you said, for Keith Shannon from the second row there. We have one who's taken out a barrelling lead here, and it is number 7, Ewan Hamilton. He leads. He's got a bit of a gap on the next 3. Coming in is Loris Hunt, number 65, then Keith Shannon, number 5, followed very closely by number 4, Mike Hose. There's a bit of a group going through there. There's 12 and 40. Barry Davidson making his way through. There's 107. Michael Titchmarsh as well. Lovely move here by number 100, Heaven Owen, the first of the 125s. Going through there, so Heaven Owen, the quickest of the 125s, going through, followed by number 79. Mark Herbertson is 68, 89 and 27 pulling up here. Alan Smallbones there, so Ewan Hamilton, the quickest through so far. Here's numbers 71 and 90 just making their way through. There's number 90, Mike Barry. So it was Ewan Hamilton who, after what might have been a bit of a sluggish start, has pulled down a good length of about 5 or 6 bike lengths between he and the man in second place there. And then looking at those 125s that came through, a fantastic move here by number 100, Heaven Owen, to get himself ahead of a group of around 4 or 5 there, managing to get through on the inside. And then on the 125s as well, looking like it was in second place, was number 79, Mark Herbertson as well. So a real jump through the grid and through the rows from number 100, Heaven Owen, certainly going through Cross Four Ways. But it's Ewan Hamilton that's leading through here. On the first lap there, it was Loris Hunt, followed by Keith Shannon, who was followed very, very closely by number 4, Mike Hose, who was snapping at the heels there. Those 4 quite congested going through, but Ewan Hamilton with a bit of a gap. Time to go back to you, Tim.
Yeah, just a bit of an issue with our timing screen, but I can tell you it is number 7, Ewan Hamilton, that has the lead. He's ahead of 65, Loris Hunt. And then we have number 4, Mike Hose, followed by number 5, Keith Shannon. 27 just going through now. 27, Alan Smallbones, and that deep rumbling sound of the Ducati. 71 through, and 90. And the travelling marshal follows. So 90 was Mike Berry, and 71 was Richard Boole. So didn't see 72 and 76 go through. So I think we can confirm that 72 Ian Bainbridge, and 76 is indeed Royston Phipps, are non-starters here for this opening race. On the Monday of this meeting, the Blackford Financial Services Pre-TT Classic Racers, and it is the Quine and Coven Printers 250cc Classic and 125cc Post Classic. But it is number 7, Ewan Hamilton, who has the lead. And, good few bike lengths ahead he was as well, of number 65, Loris Hunt, with number 4, the multiple winner of this, looking to make it 20. Didn't have the best of starts, but Mike Hose is in 3rd position. Let's go to Cross Four Ways and Rob Pritchard.
Thanks, Tim. Impeccable timing this time around, and that lead is extending here at the front as Ewan Hamilton comes around Maggie's cottage here. He's opened up a fair few seconds now to number 65, Loris Hunt, who's making his way through, and he's got around a second or so ahead of number 4, Mike Hose here, who's also through safe and sound. So the front 3 starting to just get themselves away. Here's number 12 coming through as well, Richie Ford, and number 5, Keith Shannon. Barry Davidson looking to go on the inside of Keith Shannon, and does so. Barry Davidson through ahead of Keith Shannon. Lovely move there on the inside line through Cross Four Ways. Here comes the first of the 125s. Number 100, Heaven Owen. Great start for him tonight, followed by number 104, Andy Hunter, number 79. Mark Herbertson, who's followed and snapping at his heels, is number 17, Russell Robury. So the 125s in pretty close proximity as well. There's number 15, Bob Doughty, going down through the pegs and making his way through. So Ewan Hamilton stretching his advantage out in front from number 65, Loris Hunt. And then Mike Hose still a couple of seconds behind. Here's number 68 coming through. That's Bob Barrington, 67, Jeffrey Bates as well, number 89, Lawrence Cummins on the 125. Farron Honda, 27 all alone here, and that's Alan Smallbones. So Ewan Hamilton stretching that advantage just at the moment. A bit of a gap opening up between the front 3. Then it was Loris Hunt, and then it was number 4, Mike Hose. Time to go back to you, Tim.
And it is number 7, Ewan Hamilton, who is through as the leader. There's number 4, of course, Mike Hose. 65 through, Loris Hunt, and it's a 5.3 second advantage that Hamilton has over Hose. 12's through, 2 together here, 40 and 5 in a great battle Barry Davidson, and Keith Shannon. Number 12 is, of course, Richard Ford. That's number 100. Heaven Owen is through. Oh, 60 on the inside there, the decorator Billy Cummins. But number 5 we're hearing is a retirement. Number 5, Keith Shannon, who was in 5th place, has retired further down the bypass, as Mark Herbertson, number 79, and number 15, Bob Doughty, go through. 82.611 miles per hour on that lap from Ewan Hamilton, 82.3 from Mike Hose, and 80.9 the lap speed for 3rd place, number 65, Loris Hunt. Another machine into view, and this is number 27, and that 27 is Alan Smallbones. So it's 7, Hamilton, who has the lead, and he leads by 5.3 seconds ahead of number 4, Mike Hose, and Hose in turn is 2 seconds ahead of number 65, Loris Hunt. Then it's Richard Ford, Keith Shannon, Barry Davidson, Heaven Owen, Andy Hunt, Russell Robury, and Michael Titchmarsh. That is your top 10. So can Mike Hose, he's aiming for that 20th win, make inroads? Let's find out what the situation is at Cross Four Ways. Rob Pritchard.
Yeah, Tim, we can hear them screaming towards us, and there is the first interview. That gap is getting bigger through Maggie's Cottage as number 7, Ewan Hamilton, comes through. He's just stretching that lead as he smoothly makes his way through here from number 4, Mike Hose, who, if he wants to win number 20, he's got a lot of work to do as he makes his way around and rolls up to Church Bent. Here's number 65 now, Loris Hunt as well. So the gap between 1st, 2nd and 3rd just opening up a little bit more there. So Ewan Hamilton in a confident position as number 12 comes through. That's Richie Ford on the Suzuki as well, followed by number 40, Barry Davidson, who on the previous lap made that wonderful move on number 5, Keith Shannon. Shame to see if that is the case that Keith Shannon has had to bow out. Here's the first of the 125s, and a fair advantage of the 125s. So number 100, Heaven Owen, he's managed to make his way through as well. And we have a couple more, a gaggle of about 5 or 6 here, led by number 104, Andy Hudson. Number 17, Russell Robury, coming through in there as well is number 79, Mark Herbertson. So, Ewan Hamilton stretching that advantage at the front from number 4, Mike Hose, and number 15, Bob Doughty, comes through as well. From Mike Hose in 2nd, number 4, and number 65, Loris Hunt in 3rd as well. And in the 125 class, Heaven Owen with a big advantage. Back to you, Tim.
Thanks very much indeed, Rob. And our leader comes into view over School Hill Rise, and it's still number 7, Ewan Hamilton, who leads. There's number 4, Mike Hose, and here's 3rd, 65, Loris Hunt. So it's a reduced advantage, though, down from 5.2 to 3.95. The lead that Hamilton has over Hose. And let's go to Chris Kinley.
Yeah, Tim, just as he went past you, he had to fire the clutching, because I think the little T20 Suzuki has just seized on Ewan Hamilton, so he is out of this race. Back to you.
Oh dear, awful for the Ewan Hamilton there, number 7, the leader, as he went past here. But that means, of course, Mike Hose will now be in that first position. 104 and 17 having a real dice there as they went past. Andy Hunt, of course, the newcomer, and also newcomer 17, Russell Robury. So Mike Hose is our leader. It wasn't when he went past here, but he's had a bit of a seizure. Number 7, Ewan Hamilton, just further down the Castletown bypass. So 65, Loris Hunt is in 3rd, and he's around 4.5 seconds behind Mike Hose. 4th is number 12, Richard Ford. 5th is number 40, Barry Davidson. 6th is number 100, Heaven Owen. 7th is number 104, Andy Hunt. And just confirmation that number 7 has indeed retired at Balladool. So Ewan Hamilton is out. That was the phone ringing behind us. If you could pick that up on the commentary, race control just letting us know what Chris Kinley had seen earlier. So Hose will be leading. Let's go to Cross Four Ways. Rob Pritchard.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. Real shame to see that he was carving out quite the advantage at one stage, but that is, I suppose, just the way of motorsport, isn't it? As we await coming through Maggie's Cottage, here is indeed the new race leader, number 4, Mike Hose, around 1.5 second gap to number 65, Loris Hunt will be happily trying to chase him down as well. But when you've got someone like Mike Hose now roaring their way up towards Church Bends there, you know you've got a bit of a job on your hands to try and catch him. So the first 2 through, fair bit of a gap now as the next makes their way down through past Maggie's Cottages, number 12, Richard Ford here, all alone as it stands at the moment, followed by number 40, Barry Davidson, who's just going down through the cogs here, taking it through the turn and roaring his way up as well, so the gap's still opening up a little bit. Here's the first of those 1-2-5s, and it's 100. Heaven Owen, once again, he's got quite the advantage over all those on those black plates, of course, so those in the 250 on green plates and in the 1-2-5s on black plates as well, he's got quite an advantage. But here comes the next 1-2-5, number 17, the newcomer Russell Rowery making his way through, followed by number 104, Andy Hunt, number 79, Mark Herbertson, and then also going around there, number 107, Michael Titchmarsh, and number 60 there is also through the decorator, Billy Cummins, making his way through, no problem at all. And here's number 15, Bob Doughty as well. Time to go back to you, Tim.
Yes, great timing as... Whoa, there's two much closer together this time, and in fact it is number 4 Mike Hose, but number 65 Loris Hunt has really nibbled into the advantage that they had when they went past. Maybe Mike Hose just had to slow down a little with the issues that Ewan Hamilton had further down the bypass, but the lead is only 0.6 of a second, the advantage that Hose has over Hunt. Richard Ford now goes into third position and potentially on the podium with that retirement of Ewan Hamilton. 40 Barry Davidson through, and up into 5th now is number 100 Heaven Owen. So quite a gap between 5th and 6th, it appears, as no further bikes come into view. 2 now do. And this should be Andrew Hunt, 17. In fact, it's Russell Rowery who has got ahead of him. He was having a little look at the end of the last lap, so did get ahead of number 104, Andy Hunt. 107, Michael Titchmarsh is in 8th position, and 79, Mark Herbertson, 9th. There's number 15, Bob Doughty through. So what drama we've had already this morning down here at the Colas Balaun course with that retirement for Ewan Hamilton. But Mike Hose is in the lead, but that lead is only 0.62 of a second. So a really dramatic conclusion to this race potentially coming up. Loris Hunt, the quickest lap of the race so far on that last lap at 83.415 miles per hour. So it's not just that Hose has maybe slowed a little on that lap. It is Hunt getting quicker. Let's go to Rob.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. The yellow flag's just out here at the moment. Can't see anything down in front of us, so we're just waiting for a couple of developments. Oh, it's number 60 who's retired, I've just been told. Here's Loris Hunt, and he's got himself in front of Mike Hose here as they get through cross 4 ways. Yep, the drama keeps continuing. Yep, we've just had a confirmation. That yellow flag is number 60. So that's Billy Cummins. He's retired, so they're just making their way through here. So it looks, I think it is just past Corner Cottage here and down that straight toward Church Bends, but it's Loris Hunt, number 65. Has got past Mike Hose here, so it really is a real shootout at the front. Here's number 12 Richie Ford making his way through, and number 40 Barry Davidson's in the front too, carving out a gap to those behind them here. There goes Barry Davidson, he's number 100. Heaven Owen absolutely dominating the 1-2-5s here on the black plates here as they make their way through, and a sizable gap now between him and the group that'll be travelling in behind here, just waiting to see who's next over the horizon. Yep, can just see them making their way down through the dip and through Williams Corner here, and I think I can see that distinctive orange bib. Yep, as they come through Maggie's Cottage. Here is number 17, Russell Rowery on the 1-2-5, followed by 104, Andy Hunt. Time to go back to you, Tim.
Yeah, well, it looked like Loris Hunt was making the charge, and let's see what the situation is here. And it's Mike Hose who's back in front as they head out onto the last lap. And what a last lap we're going to have here. 0.59 of a second is the gap between Mike Hose and Loris Hunt. So somewhere on the way from cross 4 ways to the start-finish line, which is no real distance whatsoever, Mike Hose has managed to put his nose in front of Loris Hunt, and No quicker laps from either of them. There's 12, Richard Ford, so he remains in third place. But 40, Barry Davidson, not too far behind him. It's about 4.5 seconds. There's number 100, Heaven Owen. He's in fifth place, so wow, what a race we're having here. Ewan Hamilton has been leading. We've had Mike Hose leading. We had Loris Hunt leading out at Cross Four Ways. But Mike Hose is, well, is he going to claim that? He's going to have to work really hard for that 20th win. Just let you hear the sounds there of 17, Russell Robury, 104, Andy Hunt, and 107, Michael Titchmarsh, and 79, Mark Herbertson. So it's Heaven Owen who's in fifth. He's the leading 125, but there's 3 250s ahead of him, and it's Barry Davidson in fourth, Richard Ford in third, 65, Loris Hunt is only 0.5 seconds behind in second, behind our race leader, number 4, Mike Hose. So 82.777 miles per hour. Hose is quickest, but Hunt slightly quicker. Let's go out on this last lap to Cross Four Ways. Rob Pritchard, what's it going to be?
Oh, it's well, it looks like a couple as they make their way through here. There's a few, some I think, catching up the back line. It's Loris Hunt who leads from Mike Hose by a bike length, and there's number 71 and 90 who've just been lapped as well. So Loris Hunt still leading, but just by less than a bike length going through Cross Four Ways here. So it really is going to go down to the wire. They've just lapped number 71, Richard Bull, and number 90, Mike Barry there, but they've carved out an enormous advantage, those two at the front. We really could be in for a spectacle as they make their way through Church Bends, through the meadow past the stadium, of course. So keep your eyes peeled for those. This really could be a grandstand finish, to coin a cliche there. And all alone here is number 12, Richie Ford here, still holding on to third in the 250s, of course. Plenty of distance between him and Barry Davidson, number 40, who's just made his way through Maggie's Cottage, round Corner Cottage here, and also in the 125, still dominating here, number 100, Heaven Owen as well, who's really got himself some big daylight between himself and Russell Robury, number 17, who was the last through in that class as well. So Heaven Owen looking very much on course as it stands anyway, barring any maladies, to win that. Well, but here we go, Tim. Grandstand finish, maybe?
Oh, there's two machines together, two together, but one just getting ahead. 65 takes the victory. Loris Hunt ahead of number 4, the winning margin, 0.65 of a second. So Hunt maintained his advantage that he gained at Cross Four Ways, denies number 4, Mike Hose, that 20th victory, but a great performance by Loris Hunt. We'll confirm who's third, but let's get down to Chris Kinley for the celebrations of this opening race. And what a race it was, Chris. Loris Hunt is your winner.
He certainly is, and he's just rolled the Suzuki in, and his team are here as well, and they've just big smiles. And let him take his gloves off. Tell you what, to beat a man of Mike Hose's calibre around here with 19 wins, and then to get your name on the board with your first win, it's cold, isn't it? I bet you his hands are freezing, even though it was hard work out there. We'll let him take his gloves off, let him take his lid off. We'll get Keith Shannon confirmed in third. Tim, number 12. Oh, Richard Ford, sorry, I beg your pardon. Yeah, Richard Ford.
Yes.
Yeah, Richard Ford, yeah, thank you, yeah. Get the other class coming in a minute too. Heaven Owen leading that one at the moment, number 100. But he's just undoing the little D-ring on the bottom of his shark lid. We'll let him get it off. Hands are shaking, adrenaline. And there it goes. A winner. Cheers. There you go. Well done, you two. A winner around Balaun on the Colas Balaun circuit. How does that feel, Loris?
Oh, mega. Did I win?
Do you not know?
Oh, I thought I got second.
No, you won by 0.65 of a second or something daft like that.
Oh, I can't believe that. I'm over the moon with that now.
How does this make you feel?
Oh, absolutely mega. I just want to thank everyone that's been part of this team, especially Chris and Nigel Wilkinson for the bike, and then Dave for all the mechanicking he's done and the time, and then Terry always there, and then my parents and then my girlfriend. But I can't believe that.
You and Mike, I mean, Mike's got so much experience around here. You must be learning a bit from him as well. And you were trading paint at places, Cross Four Ways, getting a bit tight.
Yeah, he got a little close just before Bommel. As I just tipped it in, I just seen his front end come through just near the bush. And I just tipped, I was like, oh, there's a bike there. Yeah, well, that was a bit close. But yeah, followed him for a few laps. He's taught me a lot over the weekend following him. So, not that he wants to hit that probably, but it's just been a good race. It was close. and that's what we like to see.
If you could see, guys, if we could do like live camera of his face now, the grin.
I still can't believe it.
Well done.
Cheers.
Well done, Loris. And Mike, it's a big shake of the hands by them two. And how was that?
Absolutely brilliant. Better than the win yesterday. Fantastic race.
It sounded good from our man Robert, cross 4 ways anyway. And explain after the bomb hole what happened?
I thought there was room on the inside and he pulled over and I ended up in the foliage.
Oh, a bit of grass cutting.
Bit of grass cutting, yeah, hedge cutting it was.
A little bit of hedge cutting as well. Hey, the highway board will be charging you for that.
No, they will.
Good fun though. I mean, Ewan went out. You obviously seen Ewan go out here. I think it's C's just going across the line.
Yeah, I pity that, but I thought I had him in my sights to gain in a bit. Whether I could have caught him in time or not, I don't know. But then Loris would have probably chopped me up anyway. So
The quicker bite, did he? Or similar?
It's a little quicker, yeah. I shaved a bit for the last lap, which was canny. So
Where was the move made?
on the straight down towards.
Okay.
It can pass me. He can pass me quite easily from his slipstream.
Yeah.
But when we were side by side, it wasn't much different, So I couldn't quite pass him on the straight. So must be a couple of brake horsepower in it, but not much.
Not much. Bit of wind. It's a bit cooler as well today. Well done for second.
Thank you.
Thank you. Richard gets third. We'll just get him up on the bike. And how was that?
Excellent.
Good fun?
Yeah, brilliant. Great fun. I've got a little bit of problem. I'm not always getting fourth gear. I had a belting start and then it didn't pick fourth up, so I lost a couple of places. But no, the rebike ran absolutely brilliant. I'm delighted for Bob and Maureen Jackson.
Yeah.
Maureen lost her mother last Monday night, so they were planning to come over, so that they haven't come over. But I'm delighted for Bob and Maureen and the family that the rebikes finished for them.
Good man. Well done. Thanks for that.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much. Says Richie Ford getting first, second, and third. We've got the presentation to do now for the 250 side of this. It's from Quine and Cubban, and Callum from Quine and Cubban is going to do the presentation. Oh, do I have to do this as well, George? Well, just hold that up there, and we'll do that. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the presentation for the Quine and Cubbans printers, the 250 side of this. In first place, number 65, and well done to him, Loris Hunt. Callum, if you go up and do that. So well done to the top three. Well done to Richard Ford, who gets himself in third position. Well done to him. Well done to Mike Hose for second place. And a debut win around the Colas Bland circuit. Well done to Loris Hunt. I thank you, Callum, and the guys from Quine and Cubban. And there goes the Foraging Vintners Vino to the first, second, and third. Thank you, Callum, for that. So, George, there you go. Thank you. First three guys. Thank you. Give me another round of applause, please. There we go. So, Tim, can you confirm the top three in the 125s for me, please?
I certainly can. It's the win for Heaven Owen. He finished 5th overall. 2nd and 8th overall was Russell Rowbury. And just behind him in 3rd place was Mark Herbertson.
Thank you, Tim. Let's get a word with Hef if we can. Little girl ran well?
Yeah, it went great, mate. Yeah, really enjoyed it. It's hard work, like.
Is it hard work? I mean, there's a little bike, but why is this so hard work? Explain.
Because I'm such a big boy compared to the little bike.
That's fair enough then.
But
no problems?
No, not really. 6th gear was a bit tricky on the last 2 laps. I was struggling to get it in, but other than that, the bike ran faultless.
When you're going to get parts for these sort of things, can you still get them, or is it handmade stuff? Or
they're difficult to get hold of now, especially bikes of this age, Original parts are nigh on unfindable.
Oh, well done, Hef, on a win.
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
mate.
buddy.
Appreciate
Cheers. And Mark Holmes, I'll be Mark in a minute, but let's have a word with our second place man. How was that then? Looking very shiny in the RST gear.
Hard work.
And a newcomer.
Yes. Stiff neck. They're too small, these little bikes. But probably 2 laps too many, I think.
Was it good fun? No problems. Heffern was saying he's trouble with gear selection. Any problems like that?
No issues, no. Maybe should have had another tooth on the back. It wouldn't quite pull top, but had some fun. Had a couple of little battles with Mark for a couple of laps, and then I don't know if a couple of the 4-strokes got between us and ruined that race, but it was really enjoyable.
Good man. Well done for second. Well done.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Chris.
And grab a word with Mark if we can. Mark Herbertson. Sorry, just to jump into your picture. Hello, young man.
Morning, Chris. How are you this morning?
Good to see you. I'm very well. Good to see you back here racing again.
Absolutely. I've thoroughly enjoyed it again. I say a couple of years, one with COVID and with the other one getting the leg fixed. So other than that, I was spot on. I'm really enjoying it.
How is the leg now? All right.
The leg is spot on. I've had the pin taken out. I'm good to go. Just bone and flesh again. Back to normal.
And a good third place race on the little one dinger.
First time I've ridden a little 125. In fact, it's the first time it's ran here at all. I've never run it before I got here.
Where's it come from?
Well, I've got it 3 months ago from a Scotsman up at Kirkcaldy, and his father had it before that, and I think he'd been in a shed for 15 years. And when I saw the 125 race at the Pre-Classic, I thought, that might be worth a punt. But unfortunately, obviously, there wasn't enough entries to get a full grid of 125s, which would be fantastic. It would be great to have a grid of 125s, and that's what we would really like. But I've just put it together over 3 months, and that's been the way it is.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mark. Cheers. There we go. Thanks, buddy. Cheers. So it is the 125 section of the lightweight classic now. We're going to do the... Okay, we'll just carry on with me doing it. So again, Callum from Quine and Cummin doing the presentation. Thank you, Callum. Ladies and gentlemen, third place, Mark Herbertson. Well done, Mark. Second place, then a newcomer to the Cole Aspellown circuit, Russell Rowbury. And your winner, number 100, Heffin Owen. Oh, the hat's gone. There you go. Thank you, Callum. Thank you very much. And then, of course, the Foraging Vintners sparkling wine will be given out as well. So again, folks, well done to Mark Herbertson, well done to Russ Rowbury, and well done to your race winner, Heffin Owen. So there's your front three, Tim, in both the races. The pictures have been taken. I'll hand back to you for set-up to the second race of the day.
Yeah, just before you go, Chris, just saw the course cars go through, and the windscreen wipers were on, and there's a couple of spots here. Just light stuff out there, is it?
Well, I've got the hat on, Tim, so the old rain radar doesn't really kind of pick anything up. But there's a few on the glasses, there is, but it's gone now. It's absolutely gone now, and it's bone dry out here. It's looking good.
That's good to hear. Thank you very much indeed. So what a race we had there, and congratulations on a debut maiden victory there for Loris Hunt, and lovely to hear the sportsmanship as well, because Mike Ho's saying I enjoyed that race way more than I did the win the other day on Saturday. So we move to race number 5 and in the programme, so it's pages 38 to 39 in your programmes. It is the Jeff Duke Junior Superbike race. I think we're in for an absolute treat with this one because there was some very tight qualifying indeed. Number 3, Dominic Herbertson is on pole position. And then 33, Chris Moore, is in the middle of the front row. And number 28, Tom Snow, on the lovely TZ Yamaha, is in third place. The second row, number 118, Andy Saylor, the rider from Lancaster. So just a quick hop to Hesham and on the ferry for him. Number 54 is in the middle of that front row, and that is Peter Boast, the rider from Market Raisin. And number 29 completes the front row, and that is Marcus Simpson, and he's on the 750 Ducati Formula One replica bike, is Marcus Simpson, who is, of course, from here on the island in Douglas, is where he resides. Third row is number 83, that's Gareth Arnold, another of the local entries from Ramsey. 46 is in the middle of that row, that's Anthony Redmond from Ballaugh. And number 57, and 57 is Brian Nichol, and he is from Dalkeith. The fourth row, number 45, Adrian Scaife. Number 50, and that is Dave Glover. And number 60, and 60 is Billy Cummins, second outing for the Ramsey decorator. So that gives you the grid. We'll give you the non-runners once we're underway, but let's go to the holding area now, and Chris Kinley's made his way up there.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. Yeah, the bike's already in the little link road that links Castletown to the bypass. Little spits and spots of rain have thankfully disappeared. Great to see these 250s out. I'm a good 250 fan myself. Really do like a nice 250. Marcus Simpson is here on the little Ducati. Hopefully happy and enjoying life. Big smile under there for Marcus. Off at number 29 on the Wamoto.com Ducati, looking very well, going pretty good in practice. He's on row 2. Tom Snow is here as well. Tom's on the little FCL Racing Yamaha. Dominic Herbertson on the John Chapman Racing, the little RS250 Honda. Number 33, Chris Moore is there as well on his 250. Looking very, very, very smart, all these machines. Number 3, number 33 and 28 across the front row. Number 118 is there also. Do you know, I remember the days when they used to race these in the production race at the TT, little GPZ 600 Kawasaki 118, Andy Saylor from Lancaster, sponsored by 2020. Number 83, as you mentioned, Tim Hinn there before, Gareth Arnold. Done a couple of the Irish roads this year and did the Northwest 200 as well. He's on a Yamaha TZ, campaigns up there at Derby. Number 46 next to him, another of the Derby campaigners. That's Anthony Redmond. He's on one of those FZ 600s. Had a bit of problems in practice on, when was that? Was that Friday? Yes, it was Friday. Yeah, he said it was only running on about 3 cylinders, but thankfully they've sorted it all out. So I think we all are ready to go now. Everybody's in position. We're getting the gates open. So you don't want to be sat here for too long with these little 2 strokes. I know it's quite cool today. It's not baking hot weather like we normally have. We will be ready to go. The 3 Traveller Marshals are there. And controller just going through, ready to roll. Just a little bit further back, number 30 there, Connor Wade. Here we go, 250s. Just so different, the machines, and 31 just there, seeing going through a lovely FZ 600 of Colin Crofter, another Lancaster man. That's a 1986 600 Yamaha FZ 600. It's the Jeff Duke Junior Superbike race lap record. It's the James Cowton back to 2014, 99.426. The man who won this in 2019, Rhys Hardesty, is not here this year. Let's set the scene. Let's go to Cross Four Ways. Rob Pritchard.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. My rain radar is definitely on. When I say that, I just haven't got a hat like your good self, but we're just feeling a couple of just a very, very light speckle of rain just falling here, but certainly nothing for anyone to get concerned about as it stands. Let's hope it just doesn't get any heavier at all at this point. I just had a little chuckle to myself, actually, just having a look through the running order and seeing number 33, Chris Moore, and how we talked about what it says on the notes here is that it's a Yamagata. And we were all wondering where we were going with Yamagata. And he actually explained it himself by his own confession. He couldn't spell. It is, in fact, a Yamaha, of course, but with autocorrect these days, it's an easy mistake to make, I think it is. So certainly I don't think Chris Moore can have too much blame on himself there. But I don't know, Yamagata still sounds pretty good, even though that's not the case. Well, anyway, we're just as these tiny little speckles of rain keep falling here across Four Ways. I don't know what it's like with your good selves in your various spots around the Balaun at the moment, but that's the case here as those grey clouds continue to just make their way over us. And we could just hear the volume rising in the distance as they probably make their way around Ballawetston down into the dip. Here we go. There is the travelling marshal out at the front as well as they make their way around Maggie's Cottage. Here comes number 3, Dominic Herbertson. Number 33, Chris Moore. There he is, number 28 as well, Tom Snow. There's your front 3, and number 118, Andy Saylor's through. A little bit of a gap then, about a second or so to number 29. That's one of the newcomers, Marcus Simpson. And number 83 through Sabinson as well. Here, another newcomer, Gareth Arnold, number 46 now through. That's Anthony Redmond, number 57. That's Brian Nichol, 50, 45, 30. Bit of a succession here, followed by number 60. There he is, the decorator, Billy Cummins. 95, 105, 52, 94 and 31 as well there. That's Colin Croft backing things up as the travelling marshals in behind also make themselves casually through the turn here at Corner Cottage, and the group makes its way up through Church Bends towards Great Meadow as well. So the pack keeping fairly close together. And hopefully, yes, these speckles of rain that are dropping here over at Cross Four Ways don't get any busier, I guess. But back to you, Tim. I think it is now.
Yes, the travelling marshal, that distinctive Dayglow jacket being spotted on the bridge, and now we get very bright headlights coming over on that Honda Spec bike that the marshals are using. 3 of them, of course, out here at Balaun. Considerably more required, of course, for the TT mountain course, but the paddle boards are up in the air and 6 of them, so 6 rows are going to form here, but it is Dominic Herbertson who is just fettling his way down into that pole position, and joining him is number 33, that is Chris Moore, and also there is number 28 Tom Snow. So the front row is in position. The stewards just checking that everybody is in the correct position. There's a gap in the middle of the second row, I can tell you, so it doesn't look like Peter Boast is going to be a starter here. So it does look like, yep, all the bikes are here, so no number 54, an additional non-starter. We'll give you the rest as we go, but they're now watching the lights. The revs are up, and we're about to get underway. And away we go, and it's a good start by 33, but let's go to Chris Kinley.
It's a cracking start by 33, but I think it's an even better start by Tom Snow, number 28, 33, 57, 29. Dominic Herbertson is way down in the pack. Now that's blowing from the left cylinder, so it's oiled up a little bit on the left cylinder, so we could see Dominic just struggle for the first couple of laps. Tim?
Yeah, that was a dramatic start indeed, and yes, not the best of starts for our pole sitter there, Dominic Herbertson. But just on page 38, those additional starters, we've got number 54. 54, Peter Boast is a non-starter. Also, 8 is a non-starter. 13, 14, 18, 21, 23, 25, 37, and number 40. Just give you those again. 8, 13, 14, 18, 21, 23, 25, 37 and 40, and also, of course, number 54. And 44 in the programme here, of course, is not in the programme there, so my confusion indeed. Well, before we get further confused, let's go and get some sense out at Crossfall Ways with Rob Pritchard.
Me providing more sense, Tim. I don't know where on earth you've got that from. Here come the first riders, almost virtually on cue as they barrel their way down through Maggie's Cottage here. Just getting a look. It is number 33, Chris Moore, leading around 2 bike lengths from number 28, Tom Snow. There's your first 2 through, followed by number 29, Marcus Simpson, who's down through Corner Cottage as well. And now Andy Saylor, number 118, barreling through as well. 83, 57, 46 and 64 together. Here's number 30 going on the outside here. Conor Wade, he's through past 50 and 45, is he? We couldn't quite tell as he just made his way through there. That pack very close together. There's number 95 through as well, Steve Paul Higgety. And number 52, Brian Clark, 31 and 94. So there you go. Number 33, Chris Moore, with a very minute advantage over number 28, Tom Snow, in second. And number 29, the newcomer, Marcus Simpson, in third there. That was a wonderful, ambitious move from one other newcomer, number 30, Conor Wade, trying to get through two as he contested that corner there. Did he manage to shut the door on the way through? Only time will tell as they make their way through Church Bends, but it's close between the top 2. Back to you, Tim.
Perfect timing. 2 bikes very close together come over the rise, and it's 33 ahead of 28. So Chris Moore ahead of Tom Snow. Here's number 29, Marcus Simpson in third place. 118 is through. That's Andy Saylor. There's 83, 60, 46, 57, 45, 30, 50 and 105. So no bike number 3 as yet. 95 is through. One more machine across the line is 52. That's Brian Clark. 31 and 94 across the line. So we don't seem to have number 3, Dominic Herbertson, as the travelling marshal just goes past us now. So looks like it is trouble for the pole sitter, Dominic Herbertson. But it is number 33, Chris Moore, who leads by just 0.2 of a second ahead of number 28, Tom Snow. He's ahead of number 29, Marcus Simpson. And the gap there, 6.8 seconds behind Snow. Then in fourth, it's number 118, Andy Saylor. Fifth, 83, Gareth Arnold. the newcomer. 6th is number 60, Billy Cummins. 7th, number 46, Anthony Redmond. And 8th is number 57, Brian Nicol. It's more from Snow, just. Let's go to cross four ways, and Rob.
Great timing there, Tim, and coming through, barrelling through Maggie's Cottage there is Chris Moore. He's opened up, number 33. A bit of a lead here from number 28, Tom Snow, so a bit of more of an advantage. Around a second, I'd probably guess, as they went through Corner Cottage there. Chris Moore just extending that advantage. Here comes number 29, Marcus Simpson as well. He's all alone, so the front three starting to open up that gap a bit more, and then round the hedgerow, here comes number 118, Andy Saylor as well. So it was Chris Moore with the advantage over Tom Snow through there as number 83 comes through. There's Gareth Arnold, number 60, Billy Cummins as well. So Chris Moore just extending that advantage a bit over Tom Snow in first wave, 57, 46, 45 and 30. So Conor Wade's move, obviously on that opening, that didn't quite yield the results he wanted. He's at the back of that group again. It was an ambitious move through here, did it cleanly, but it hasn't earned the results. So Chris Moore leading at the front through cross four ways, number 33 from Tom Snow around number 28, around a second or so in it. Time to go back to you, Tim.
Yeah, two bikes at the same time came across the bridge, but one's not made it through. That is 33, Chris Moore, and number 28, Tom Snow. So something happened up there at Castletown Corner, because the two bikes are right next to each other as they came. We looked up the railway line to get the sight. Maybe a little bit of an overshoot or a little move put on, but that's 29, Marcus Simpson, that is in third place. Fourth place there, 118, Andy Saylor. The gap then, Chris Moore has a 2.79 second advantage over number 28, Tom Snow. In fifth through is 83, Gareth Arnold, and 60 through. Let's let you listen to those machines. 60 is in sixth, that's Billy Cummins. Then in seventh we have, moving up, number 45, Adrian Scaife. 8th is number 57, Brian Nicol. 9th is number 30, Conor Wade. 10th, number 46, Anthony Redmond. 11th, number 50, Dave Glover. And 12th, number 105, Andrew Cowie. Through there in 13th is number 95, and that, of course, is Steve Paul Higgerty from Caterham. And 52 through Brian Clark, 31 Colin Croft, and 94 Gordon Clark in 16th, and that's all through now here at the end of lap 2 on the start finish. But Moore and Snow are having a real battle, and it's Moore that leads. Let's go out to Rob.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. Right on cue. Here he is, number 33, Chris Moore, and that advantage has been extended quite significantly in the opening stages of this new lap. And here he comes, number 33 through there to number 28, Tom Snow. So the front two are as you were over the start-finish line there, but that gap, as you said at the start-finish line, does seem to have opened up. It seems to be the case going through Corner Cottage here. Here comes number 29, Marcus Simpson, round the hedgerow as he just takes that lovely outside line nice and cleanly through the turn and roars up to Church Bend. So yeah, the front two just there, the stretching that advantage a little bit. Chris Moore. Here comes number 118, Andy Saylor as well. So therefore your top 4 and 5 just seem unchanged as it stands at the moment. The last time I came through cross four ways anyway. Here's number 83, Gareth Arnold, number 60. Billy Cummins around half a second or so between them by my calculations as they both make it through as well. Now number 45, Adrian Scaife, who is part of that. Here he comes through cross four ways. Just broken free of that Chomney number 30. Here's number 30, Conor Wade on the inside on number 57. Great move by Conor Wade again on Brian Nicol. Time to go back to you, Tim.
Perfectly timed as well as 33 goes through. That's Chris Moore, and he seems to be building a steady lead now. There's 28, Tom Snow, and it's 4.5 seconds the gap now. So it is Chris Moore, number 33, who leads. And, of course, he is, well, on the Yamaha, the Yamagata. There is our third place man, Marcus Simpson, number 29. And you could hear that deep sound of the Ducati, the 750cc machine. There's 118, Andy Saylor. He's in fourth. And the gap that Snow has in second over third place, Marcus Simpson, is around 14 seconds. So it's a big distance. But Chris Moore leads. Fifth through is number 83, Gareth Arnold. Sixth, number 60, Billy Cummins. 7th is number 45, Adrian Scaife. 8th is now number 30, Connor Wade, moving up. And also moving up into 9th is number 46, Anthony Redmond. 10th is Brian Nicol, number 57. 11th, number 50, Dave Glover. And 12th is number 105, Andrew Cowie. Fastest lap was on lap 2 by Chris Moore, 95.761. He leads by 4.5 seconds from Tom Snow. Let's go out to Rob.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. Excellent timing as ever here. Here he comes, number 33. Chris Moore could see him right in the distance, and this is that advantage just keeps on building as here he comes. Chris Moore, number 33, makes his way through. Tom Snow, number 28, he's still barreling away, still determined. He's through past Corner Cottage as well, so that gap still just seeming to extend a little bit between those two, but they've pulled out a right margin to third place here, which is number 29, Marcus Simpson. He's run through Maggie's Cottage and through the hedgerow. He's going to get himself through Corner Cottage as well. So the front three, it's as you were through Cross Four Ways last time around, but Chris Moore on that Yamaha/Yamagata, I'm going to put it, is building that advantage still over number 28, Tom Snow, but he's keeping him honest in your words, Tim. Here's number 118, Andy Saylor. He's through safe and sound as well, and then a bit of a gap here. There was quite a group that was making their way behind Andy Saylor at that point. Here goes number 83, Gareth Arnold as well, a few seconds behind Saylor, and number 60, I should say, Billy Cummins. Time to go back to you, Tim.
Thank you, and here is our leader coming over the top of the hill, 33. So what's the gap going to be this time? That's 28, Tom Snow. Yes, it is an extended advantage, 5.37 seconds now. The advantage that number 33, Chris Moore, has over number 28, Tom Snow. There is 29, Marcus Simpson, and he's the first of the bigger bikes in this on that 750cc Ducati. Marcus Simpson, 29 is the number he has, so 118 through, and that is Andy Saylor. So the advantage that Snow in second has over Simpson in third is around 16 seconds, so that is eking out as well. 83 through, Gareth Arnold, and also that was the last bike there, was number 60, Billy Cummins. 45 in 7th is Adrian Scaife. 4 bikes together. In 8th then, number 30, Connor Wade. 9th, number 46, Anthony Redmond. 10th, number 57, Brian Nicol. And in 11th place is Dave Glover, bike number 50. Fastest lap still at 95.7. Let's go to Rob at Cross Four Ways.
Yeah, thank you, Tim. Here he comes, the New Mills man, number 33, Chris Moore. Can see well in the distance there as he makes his way round through past the hedgerows and into past Corner Cottage there. Still has that nice big comfortable gap for him at least. Here's number 28, Tom Snow, who's certainly not giving up one iota. He'll be looking to try and close that in the closing stages, but that gap's still several seconds there. And the front two still extending that distance between themselves. And third place coming round Maggie's Cottage here, number 29, Marcus Simpson, who goes down through the cogs here. He's safely through as well. So that it is again, once again, as you were through Cross Four Ways with Chris Moore, number 33, keeping that nice sizable gap to number 28, Tom Snow, and just coming through there several seconds behind as well, number 29, Marcus Simpson, and all alone in fourth here is number 118, Andy Saylor around the hedgerow. Here he goes, down through the gears. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, bike coming into view, but I think it'll be the one behind that we want to see. Number 31 is through, but here's our leader, number 33. And a quickest lap of the race so far at 95.782 miles per hour. There's 28, his quickest lap as well at 94.381, but the gap is 7.74 seconds. So it is extending out lap by lap. And just 2 more laps now to go. They finished lap 5. This should be 29. Indeed it is. The newcomer, Marcus Simpson. on that lovely sounding Ducati, and his quickest lap as well at 93.072 miles per hour. And there's quite an advantage, quite a gap here. The gap between Snow and Simpson still extending as well. It's up to around 19 seconds now. There's 118 in fourth place, Andy Saylor. His quickest lap was on lap 3 at 90.142 miles per hour. And the top four, the only over the 90. 83 is through there. That's Gareth Arnold. He's in fifth place. And here's sixth. And sixth is number 60, Billy Cummins, on that lovely sounding 250 Yamaha. 45 through in seventh position, and that is Adrian Scaife. 4 emerge, and there's some great action here on the bypass, but we need to get out to cross 4 ways, and Rob Pritchard.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. Here comes, we can just see him, Chris Moore just going round number 52 and 94 here. So Chris Moore through number 33 from 52 and 94. He's just lapped number 52, Brian Clark, and number 94, I think that was Gordon Clark there. So he's lapped those. Here's number 28, Tom Snow as well. So he's got to navigate those back to travelling machines as well to try and get himself through and try and maybe close that gap that number 33, Chris Moore, is extending here. Here's another at the back of the pack, number 31, Colin Croft, making his way around. So he's been lapped as well. Here comes third place, number 29, Marcus Simpson, catching in behind Croft, maybe looking to make his move around him and lap him as they roll their way up to Church Bends as well. You can certainly see things starting to spread out in terms of the front three and the travelling pack in behind. No sign of those in fourth place here. They're not even coming into shot as it was yet. In fact, actually, no, on cue, coming down through Williams Corner and through Maggie's Cottage, Andy Saylor. But it's time to go back to you, Tim.
Thank you very much indeed. And right on cue there is 33, Chris Moore. Second place not in sight as yet. And 2 bikes together. 28 overtaking one of the lower order riders, number 52, Brian Clark. So the gap is 9.6 seconds. But Tom Snow has put his quickest lap in at 94.463 miles per hour. But Chris Moore has a 9.6 second advantage as they go on to their 7th and final lap. There's in third, number 29, Marcus Simpson. And he's around 20.5 seconds down on fourth place. 31, Colin Croft just through with the lower order numbers, but it is going to be interesting to see what happened at Castletown Corner with Chris Moore and Tom Snow. If they both get to the finish, we'll I'm sure get to the bottom of that story. That's 118. Andy Saylor safely in fourth place with no real pressure behind or in front. He's all on his own in that fourth place. Just hoping as 83 goes through. That's Gareth Arnold. He's in fifth position. Just hoping maybe that something not too bad, but enough for one of the top 3 to drop out. He could sneak onto the podium. 60, Billy Cummins through. Moore has a near 10-second lead. Let's go to Rob.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. Just seeing the first coming over the horizon, down through Williams Corner and through Maggie's Cottage. Here he is, once again, number 33, Chris Moore, still extending that advantage at the front there. We can just see a couple more bikes in the distance there. One of them has just been lapped by the looks of it. Here is number 28, Tom Snow, round the hedgerow. He's just lapped number 95 at Steeple Higgerty, who's making his way round. So, the front two continuing to extend their advantage over those behind them. And I must say, when we hand it back to you, there's still an absolute humdinger of battle going on between 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th that was led by number 30, kind of Wade. But here comes number 52 and 94. They've been lapped. And just behind them now, number 29, here is Marcus Simpson coming through Corner Cottage in third. So he's still third. He's still on for one of those podium places as it stands. But the front three starting to get a little bit more spread out. Chris Moore, number 33, still extending that advantage. But it is going to be a right battle towards the end for those trying to get into the latter end of the top 10. I must say there is a real battle of 3 or 4 going on. But it's time to go back to you, Tim.
Are we going to see finally a win for New Mills on the Isle of Man? There he is, number 33, Chris Moore is your race winner in the Jeff Duke Junior Superbike race. as the train just goes from Port Erin heading towards Castletown. There's number 28, Tom Snow. We'll hand it down to Chris Kinley and we'll confirm who is on the podium in third. All yours, Chris.
Yeah, he's been waiting for this a little while, has he? Affectionately known as the Rabbit. Gets himself into the winner's enclosure. The Yamaha, the Yamaha, not a Yamagata, the Yamaha is here. Snowy's in as well. Like Tim said, we'll get the story on what happened at Castletown Bridge on, I think it was lap number 2. Hopefully he's going to be able to get that up, the little 250 to the top of the ramp, and his teammate able to take it. Move it over a little bit, lightweight machine, so he's in. Marcus Simpson, I think, is confirmed, number 29, yep, he's confirmed. And Chris, let him take his gloves off, gets a pat on the back from this team. Well done to Marcus, bringing the F1 Ducati home. I'll let him take his lid off. Just a little strap that he has on there. Come on over here, jump off there, Marcus, bring the bike up. You've been waiting a while for this one, well done.
Can't believe it. Wow. Really can't believe it. It's only my second time here. Obviously, like the first few laps, I was waiting for Dom to appear. Because he's a good lad round here, isn't he? I presume he went out with a mechanical, I don't know, but...
Yeah, I think he did. He went off the line. He was back in about 12th place and looked like one cylinder was oiled up as well.
Right, yeah, well, obviously Tom got a great start, and I nipped in front of him before Iron Gate, and it was just quite a lonely race then. But trouble-free. You're hearing noises though, you know, the temperature's fluctuating a little bit higher than I wanted. I put an extra piece of tape on the radiator with the weather being, well, it's a bit cool this morning, isn't it? So, but no, never missed a beat. Mick Outhwaite prepares a fantastic bike. I know Dan Jackson's given him a lot of help this last week because we blew it up last week. So, mega thanks to him. Silver Star Services, couldn't do it without them. Awesome, fantastic support with Brian Knowles. C3 Technical, Commercial Audio, Real Roads, just awesome. I'm forgetting people, but yeah. Fantastic.
Anybody who's sponsored you over the time to help get this bike here. Yeah. What was the move Tom and you did into Castletown Bridge on lap number 2? You both went across the bridge, as Tim could see, together. Did one of you run a bit wide? Tom obviously run a bit wide, did he?
I ran wide on the very first lap. I just left it, and I could hear someone. I knew it was either Tom or Dom. So it was a 2-stroke. I could hear a 2-stroke, and that was it. I didn't look back then for probably about another 2 laps, and I had a quick look out of Ballachagan, yeah, and I got a good gap then, and it was it's hard, you know, when you've got a good lead. It's how do you do the race, you know? But yeah, I just kind of brought it home. I was quite relieved to see the last lap flag come out.
Bet you were.
Yeah.
Chris, congratulations.
Mega thanks. Yeah,
cheers buddy.
Chris,
well done, Mucker. Cheers. We'll get over to Tom Snow, and if we can in a second, grab a quick word with Tom for that second place. And Tom, well, you pushed him for a little bit, but got away from him. I think lap number 2 made the break.
Yeah, definitely. He definitely had more pace than me the whole race, to be fair. So, you know, he qualified quicker. I knew he would be quicker, but it's just mega fun to be back here, isn't it?
And were you expecting anybody to appear behind you at some point?
Yeah, I was wondering what happened to
Dom went out on lap 1, I think.
Right, okay, yeah. It sort of looked like, you know, Chris and Dom were obviously the two sort of who had the gap, certainly during qualifying everybody. So yeah, I sort of definitely expected Dom to come back by, and he didn't, so I assumed something had gone wrong. I didn't think I was out riding him.
Well done, Tom.
Cheers, Chris. Thanks a lot.
Buddy. Cheers. Well done. There's the first 2. Do Marcus Simpson, and we'll get on with the award. Peter Duke is ready to do this for the Jeff Duke Superbike race, and a newcomer here, and a Manx fella here too. Well done.
Cheers, Chris. Thank you.
It's nice to see you up here, and well, I think your dad stood on here as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did a few times.
Nice.
Yeah, a few times on the 400 round here. He had a couple of third places. Oh, 4th, 3rd places.
And what about this on this bike here? I mean, the 250s are away, but you had a pretty safe gap, didn't you, for 3rd?
Yeah, Joey had the board down there. We were just having a look at it, and it sort of went +2, +3, and then back to +2. And I thought, oh, someone's coming here now. So we got a bit more of a stomp on, and yeah, then it went to +4 for the last lap. So I should have took it easier, but I didn't really, just in case.
Even over 93 mile an hour laps as well.
Yeah, I think Joey said something about that. I think in practice we did 91, and it was never really about lap speeds or anything like that. It was just about learning the course for the post-TT in less than 2 weeks' time, and the Southern coming up. So yeah.
Well done.
Cheers, Chris.
Good to see you there, bud. Well done to Marcus Simpson. So I think straight away we'll get on with the award. Oh, excuse me, long way down it is. Jeff Duke Superbike race, and Peter's here to do the awards. Thank you, Peter. So ladies and gentlemen, 3rd place, Marcus Simpson. Well done to Marcus. Like I said, emulating his dad up on here, and we miss him around the paddock, we certainly do. In second place, Tom Snow. And your race winner, number 33, Chris Moore. Big smile on Chris's face. So, folks, your first three, Marcus Simpson, Tom Snow and Chris Moore. Well done to them. Another round of applause, folks, please. And we'll hand back to you, Tim.
Thank you very much indeed, Chris, and tremendous action, and really didn't get to the bottom of what happened at Castletown Corner. I think Tom might have just gone a little bit, because they were both together at the end of that particular lap, but well, fascinating stuff to see. And I was just looking in the programme, and we've had football wages talked about and everything else, but these guys are really putting themselves on the line here to provide us with the entertainment. And that was race number 5, and the winner takes home one of the bigger prizes here, in fact the joint biggest prize of £500. That's the winner's cheque. Second place will pick up £300, and in third will be £170. Just to put all that in context for you. So we move to, it is race 7, because there isn't a race 6, we've been informed. So we do move to race 7. I think Chris will be able to confirm that in the holding area.
Yeah, it's a consolation race at basically race A. So this is in the middle of the programme there. So this is going to be over get the right page, get us 6 lap distance on this. And it will be quite a big field, to be fair. Already we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 machines in here. It's the 350s and the 500s. 500s on the yellow plates with the black numbers, and the 350s, they'll be on the blue plates with the white numbers. Number 92's coming in here as well, Nick Morton. Oh, yeah, that'll do. That's number 58, that is. So you should be able to follow it from your programme. That's Carl Fox. Here is Roy Fox Racing. The Honda there in the background. Just going to get down to the front and maybe give you the grid positions, Tim. I don't know if you have a grid down there for this or not, but I'll give you the front row so you can make some notes. Across the front row in pole then will be number 106, Simon Lehane, and he's riding. Well, this machine, he's on the 500, yeah. He's on the 500 Rutter Elliott Racing Honda. So 106 Lehane on the 500 Honda. 99 Arthur Browning. He's on the 500 machine, Arthur is. He's on the 500 Matchless Seeley. And that's completing the front row. He's number 32, Richard Stott. And he's on the 496 Matchless G50 Matess. So 3 500s across the front row. The second row is number 82, Rod Graham on the 350 Ducati. Number 48, Andy Kildare on a Honda K4, the Newton Ardsman on the 350. And number 20 from Belfast is from Newry, I beg your pardon. He's on his 350 Honda, not on the 500 Honda. That's number 20, and that's Gary Hutton. Row 3, 107. That's Mike Titchmarsh on the 350 Honda. Alongside him, number 64, newcomer Chris Petty. Chris is on a 350 Honda, the Jeff Bates Racing Machine. And to complete row number 3, 4141, Colin Stockdale. He's on a 500 Honda 4. The next row then is 76. That's Roy Phipps on a 350 Honda. Alongside Roy is number 57. 57 Brian Nicol again on a 350. This time that's a Manx Norton. The next row back off that, as the machine's about to leave, is 92. That's Mick Morton on a 500. 68 next to Mick is Bob Farrington. Then number 85, 37 and 58. 85 on a 500, 58 on a 500, I think it was 37 on a 350. Rob, pick the bones out of that little lot. It's going to be the winner from each class will be brought into the winners enclosure, so there's not a first 3 in each race, just the winner from each class, the first 500 and the first 350. Rob, to you at Cross Four Ways.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. No doubt we'll be picking the bones out of this one, as you say, as they make their way barreling through, probably up towards Ballabeg at this point, then through Ballawetston, of course, down through the lovely little sweeping roads here. I can just see down to the corner. There's obviously Williams Corner, Gellings Farm around in the distance there, and they'll eventually be making their way, as is per the case, up through Maggie's Cottage just in front of us and round here. So we're just waiting to hear that barrage of noise of those machines making their way through down here. I can say with my what I think is closely in touch rain radar that the little speckles of rainfall that we've been having over the past few minutes down here have abated for now, but still that a lot of grey cloud cover over in the distance there, so I'm not going to tempt fate, but the track bone dry at this point round here, as I'm sure is probably the case where you are, Chris, and where you are, Tim, as well. Let's hope as always that it stays that way as they make their way round for this 350cc 500cc Consolation Race, and we could just hear the first of those engines whirring away in the distance beyond us, just waiting to see over the crest beyond the cottage here to see who's going to be making their way through first. Just having a look over my shoulder here, more turning up here at Cross Four Ways, which is great to see. They've been filtering in throughout the morning, and the catering truck here is not quite rushed off its feet yet, but it's steady business, I think it's fair to say. Here they come on the way down. The travelling marshal making his way through Maggie's Cottage here, and then just a little bit of a gap. Here they come through. So there is numbers 106, 99, 32 and 48 coming through. So 106 on the yellow plates. The first two there is Simon Lehane, number 48 versus those blue 350s, Andy Kildare, number 20, and number 107 coming through there. So that's Gary Hutton and Michael Titchmarsh, number 41. Colin Stockdale, one of the newcomers, 64 and 57 through as well. So that's Chris Petty, another newcomer alongside Brian Nicol, number 76 and 92. Our next here, that's Royston Phipps, and also Mick Morton there on the 500 pattern as well. And then just a couple here at the rear here. So there's around 1, 2, 3, got 4 coming round here, 68, 85, 37. And at the back here, number 58 as well. So that's Carl Fox on the 350, as you pointed out, not the 500. The man from Foxdale, I should say. I was about to say Ramsey there, so apologies there. Foxdale, number 58, Carl Fox, as the travelling marshals back things up as they take their way through the latter stages of the course. Back to you, Tim.
Thank you very much indeed for setting the scene out there, Rob, and Chris as well, and just clearing up that we have got Race A. My papers were in the wrong order on that, so apologies there, but it is Race A, the Consolation Race for the 350s and 500s, and as Chris very adeptly explained, it's not the top three, it's going to be the 3 different classes that will be on the podium. So we'll try and keep on top of that throughout the race and let you know who is potentially going to take the step up there. But it is number 106, Simon Lehane, who's just coming in to that pole position, the man from Pontefract. And then we've got Arthur Browning, number 99, and Richard Stott. I think we might have an additional non-starter. This, of course, is on page 40 and 41 of your invaluable programme down here. And please, as I say each time, do support the club by getting a £5 out of your wallet or purse and helping support the Southern 100 as they put on these fantastic race meetings. We've still got the post-TT to come following the end of the TT fortnight, and then in July the highlights for many down here at the Colas Balaun course, it is then the Southern 100. But let's concentrate on this Race A, Consolation Race, as just a hand up in the middle of the grid there by number 92, that's Mick Morton. A little bit of an issue perhaps, and he's just having some helmet adjustments made there to him. Quite rightly stuck his hand up, as he has the right to do. So engage gears, watch the lights now as the sign is twirled round. And 106, but it's a good start by 99 in the middle, Arthur Browning. Let's go down to Chris.
Yeah, we'll keep a little eye on Arthur. Had a couple of problems with a couple of his bikes through yesterday, but it's 106, 99, 107 and 41. So 106, the newcomer Simon Lehane has got the whole shot in the Consolation Race over 6 laps. Tim?
Thank you very much indeed. And just a reminder that we've got the 350 class, and that's with the blue plates and white numbers, and the 500 class is the yellow plates with black numbers on. So Simon Lehane got away a little bit sluggishly, but clearly maybe got into the slipstream of Arthur Browning in ahead, because Arthur Browning was, we've only got 5 yards or so to see before they're heading down, but Arthur Browning certainly from the standing start got away quickest of all. But Richard Stott, number 32, very much in there, and he's in that different class, number 32. Richard Stott, he's on the 496 G50 Matisse matchless bike. So a tremendous array of different CCs, different noises, different smells, and different sounds for everyone to hear around the Boulogne course. So let's head out across 4 ways and see who's leading. Rob Pritchard.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. Just can hear them in the distance. Yeah, thanks for just mentioning that once again. So looking for those yellow plates in the 500cc's and the blue plates in the 350cc's. Just wonder if just how close they are together in here. Could be a bit of a melee trying to sort out who is where, but we will certainly endeavour to make it as clear as possible as we can hear them just coming over the crest. They're just about coming into view down into the dip there, and group of 3 leading the way here got themselves quite the distance, and through first is number 106. It's Simon Lehane, and number 107, the first of the blue plates, is in there as well. Alex Sinclair is, Michael Titchmarsh is at 41, 48 and 32, looking to get the inside of 48 there. 82 is there, that's Rod Graham as well. There's a Simon Lehane out in front, there's number 85, 57, 58, 20, 64, 92 and 76. So Simon Lehane, number 106, the first of those yellow plates, we were just behind him in the 350s. 107, Michael Titchmarsh. So the front 3 with a bit of a gap. There's number 37 coming through, the last of those in there as well. That's Dean Edwards on the 350 Drixton. So Simon Lehane out in front of the 500s there. Number 106, followed very closely by number 107, Michael Titchmarsh is out in front in the 350s on the blue plates there. So the front 3 certainly rather closely packed together as they made their way through cross 4 ways here, with a little bit of a gap to the rest of the travelling pack, who no doubt will be trying to catch them and just close that gap that's already been opening up by the looks of it in the opening stages quite a little bit. It's time to go back to you, Tim.
Thanks very much. EasyJet take off, but there's 2 together. This is the leader is 107 from 106 from 99. 41, 32, 48 and 82. So it's Michael Titchmarsh who is leading, and he is the leader in the 350 class. Simon Lehane is second, he's in the 500 class, and in third it's Arthur Browning. The lead is only, though, 0.62 of a second. So fourth is 41, Colin Stockdale. Fifth is number 32, Richard Stott. Sixth is number 48, Andy Kildare. Seventh is number 82, Rod Graham, as travelling marshal just goes through at the back of the field. Eighth is number 58, Carl Fox. Ninth, number 85, Danny Pullen. 10th, number 64, Chris Petty. 11th, number 20, Gary Hutton. 12th, number 92, Mick Morton, who just had that issue with just needing his helmet tightening on the line there, and signalled to the technical officials to come over and assist with that. 13th is number 57, Brian Nicol. 14th, number 76, that's Royston Phipps. And in 15th, number 37, Dean Edwards. But it's 107 from 106. Michael Titchmarsh from Simon Lehane, and the gap 0.62 of a second. And in third is number 99, Arthur Browning, who made that, to me, looked a really good start, but clearly Lehane and Titchmarsh have got the one over on him on that opening lap. Let's go now out to cross 4 ways, and Rob Pritchard.
Yes, Michael Titchmarsh, some great manoeuvres from him, obviously there on the latter stages of the lap to get themselves ahead as the first riders hove into view around Maggie's Cottage. And here he is, number 107, Michael Titchmarsh, getting himself a good second or so just ahead of number 106, Simon Lehane. So they pulled out a little bit of a gap. Here's number 99, Arthur Browning, who just seems to have dropped off the pace just a tiny bit. Number 32, through on 41 here. So there is Richard Stott through on Colin Stockdale, with number 48 now making their way through. That's Andy Kildare, and number 82, Rod Graham as well there. So in terms of the 350s, Michael Titchmarsh certainly with the a big advantage going into this second lap here, and leading on the 500s there. 106, Simon Lehane from number 99, Arthur Browning. Here goes number 58 here, Carl Fox, followed close by number 92, 64 and 20 and 57 there as O'Brien Nicol backing up the pack there. Number 76 makes his way through as well, Royston Phipps there. So Arthur Browning just dropping off a little bit from those front two there in what has been the opening stages of this next lap here, but certainly he'll be keeping them honest at the time being, assuming there are no mechanical difficulties, as number 85 comes through as well. Danny Pullen on that 500 Rickman Triumph as well. Time to go back to you, Tim.
Thanks very much, Rob Pritchard out at Cross Four Ways, and here's our leader, and second not too far behind, but it is still Michael Titchmarsh, number 107 from 106, Simon Lehane, and the gap is 1.29 of a second. 99, Arthur Browning in third place, followed by 41, Colin Stockdale, 32, Richard Sott, and 48, Andy Kildare. 82, Rod Graham, also gone past us here on the Castletown bypass at the race headquarters. 3 more into view, and an overtake manoeuvre potentially. 64 under pressure from 58, and some fantastic action on the bypass here. I think 58, Carl Fox, was going to get the move on. Number 64, Chris Petty, in the battle for 9th and 10th places. So Michael Titchmarsh 1.29 seconds ahead. Fastest lap as well of 81.765, but there's little in it. Simon Lehane in second, 81.474 miles per hour. Third, 99, Arthur Browning. 41, Colin Stockdale is in fourth. Fifth, number 32, Richard Sott. Sixth, number 48, Andy Kildare. Seventh, number 82. And I think number 85, Danny Pullen, was touring a little bit as he went past and over on the left side of the road. 7th, 82, Rod Graham. 8th, number 92, Mick Morton. 9th, number 64, Chris Petty. 10th, number 58, Carl Fox. 11th, number 20, Gary Hutton. And 12th, 57, Brian Nicol. But it's Titchmarsh from Lehane, and 85 indeed has retired. Out to you, Rob.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. We're just hearing the cacophony of noise again, and just seeing the first two emerging over the horizon here as they barrel through Williams Corner and Maggie's Cottage. And it's Michael Titchmarsh, number 107 on the 350. He's first through, followed closely here by Simon Lehane, number 106 on the 500, of course. So those front two really starting to open up that gap to the rest behind them as the rest come through Maggie's Cottage. Here's number 99, Arthur Browning as well, who's being closed down very nicely here by number 32, Richard Stott, who tries to get on the inside, just lets it go on this occasion. 41 and 48 through as well. There's Colin Stockdale, and then the next of the 350s, Andy Kildare, number 48, number 82, another 350 through. That's number 82, Rod Graham. So the front two really starting to open up that advantage at the front. 107, Michael Titchmarsh, he was the first through, followed very closely, around 2 or 3 bike lengths ahead of number 106, Simon Lehane, number 92. Mick Morton brings his way through, number 58 and 64 in close succession make their way through as well here. Here's number 20 as well, Gary Hutton there, and number 57 is Brian Nicol making his way through. So Michael Titchmarsh, particularly in the 350s, continues to open up that dominance. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, waiting for the first bike interview. 2 come over the rise almost together. It's 107 from 106, but the gap is down to less than half a second. 0.49 of a second to be absolutely precise. But Michael Titchmarsh has still got the lead, and there's a real battle on here for third. 32 and 99 together, and Richard Sott has got himself up into third. 41 and 48 cross the line, so Arthur Browning now down into fourth position. He's been overtaken by number 32, Richard Sott. That's Rod Graham, number 82 through. 5th then 41, Colin Stockdale. 6th, number 48, Andy Kildare. And 7th is number 82, Rod Graham. Here's number 92. That's Mick Morton. He's in 8th position. And Carl Fox has moved up a place into 9th, number 58. 64, Chris Petty is in 10th. Number 20, Gary Hutton is 11th, and 57, Brian Nicol 12th. 76, Royston Phipps, the last of those bikes that you heard go past, is in 13th. So, fastest laps again on that third lap, I should say, and Simon Lehane, 82.119. As opposed to Michael Titchmarsh at 81.770. So it is Titchmarsh that still leads, but that gap right down now to 0.49 of a second. And Richard Sott has got up into 3rd ahead of Arthur Browning. Battles all the way for podium and class places. Let's go to Rob.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. It really is. And last time Richard Stott was coming through there, he's behind Arthur Browning. The last time they came through cross 4 ways, but he was catching him. Richard Stott at a rate of knots. Here coming through Maggie's Cottage. Here is number 107, Michael Titchmarsh. Good half a second or so ahead of number 106. That's Simon Lehane. So he just opened up a little bit more of an advantage as they both made their way around Corner Cottage and start roaring their way back up to Church Bends there. And the front two in general just opened up a bit of a gap. And there's two bikes here almost side by side. One getting in front. It is Richard Stott. Here's Arthur Browning looking to get in on the inside here, trying to get the line, but no, number 32, Richard Stott, just shuts the door on him. Ambitious move, didn't quite work out. Here's number 48, Kildare, and 41 as well. There's Colin Stockdale, so Andy Kildare ahead of Colin Stockdale there. Arthur Browning looked to try and get the inside line through Corner Cottage there, just couldn't quite get the power to get him past Richard Stott. Here's number 82, and that is Rod Graham making his way through on the 350 Ducati, but that's one absolute fantastic battle going on there as number 92 comes through as well. There's Mick Morton between Arthur Browning and Richard Stott there. 58 just ahead of 64 here as well. Not much in it at that point. Back to you, Tim.
Looking up the road and one bike comes into view. There's a bigger gap though this time. 107. 106, the gap, 2.3 seconds now. So Michael Titchmarsh is just inching ahead now of number 106, Simon Lehane. And the quickest lap there for Titchmarsh of 82.281 miles per hour. As Lehane has slowed slightly as well as Titchmarsh just getting a little bit quicker. But that is the quickest of the race so far. 48 and 41 across the line. 32 Richard Sott, though, safely still in 3rd position, and he's around about 8 seconds ahead of number 48 Andy Kildare and number 41 Colin Stockdale. So number 99 Arthur Browning has not made it here to the start finish line. So Sott has things a little bit easier now in that 3rd position. 92 Mick Morton just through, and great dice again here to treat the spectators on the bypass. Number 58 Carl Fox and number 64 Chris Petty in 8th and 9th places respectively. And 10th is there 20 Gary Hutton. 11th is number 57, Brian Nicol, and 12th, number 76, Royston Phipps. Those 12 all through and out now on their 5th lap in a 6-lap event. So Michael Titchmarsh has just got a little bit more of a comfort zone than he had the previous time around. He leads by 2.3 seconds ahead of Simon Lehane. Let's go to Rob.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. Shame to hear that number 99 there, Arthur Browning, hasn't emerged, because there was one fantastic battle that was going on between him and Richard Stott. Here is the leader, number 107, Michael Titchmarsh, still with that little bit of advantage over 106, Simon Lehane, who makes his way through as well. So just opened up, like you say, that just a little bit of a buffer between the two as they roar their way past Corner Cottage here. And then it is another sizable gap. We haven't even seen anyone emerge up on the horizon. Well, we actually have now right on cue here, making their way down through Williams Corner and through Maggie's Cottage here. Here he is, number 32. Richard Stott all alone at this point as he makes his way round, and the travelling pack in behind. Just see another one of those blue plates emerging around the hedgerow. It's number 48, Andy Kildare, who's just opened up a little bit of a gap of around a second or so to number 41, the newcomer, Colin Stockdale as well. So Kildare and Stockdale also going well here as they make their way, roaring their way up to the next section of the circuit here. And also making his way around, just dropping off a little from the two in front, number 82, Rod Graham. He's now safely round as well as he powers out on the way through. Time to go back to you, Tim.
Thank you very much, Rob Pritchard, out there at Cross Four Ways as two bikes emerge. Two bikes, and it is 107 and 106, so Simon Lehane is not done yet by any stretch of the imagination as they go on to their final lap. He's just 0.35 of a second down on the leader, Michael Titchmarsh. And a fastest lap of the race by Lehane there of 82.718 miles per hour. So Lehane is really pressing here at Michael Titchmarsh, and a fantastic final lap for all the fans to be treated to around the Colas Balaun course. What will the situation be at Cross Four Ways? And when they come back past us here once again, 32 Richard Sott through, and a tremendous dice again. It's fourth and fifth place. That time 41 Colin Stockdale has got himself ahead of number 48 Andy Kildare with literally a move right on the finish line here. 82 Rod Graham is safely through as well. He's in sixth position, but that was fantastic action on the Castletown bypass there. Seventh then through is 92 Mick Morton. There's 58 Carl Fox, and there's 64 Chris Petty. What a grandstand finish, as Rob says, a cliched phrase, but it's there for a reason. And we do have the grandstand here with a few people on. It's a cold morning to be watching. There's 20, Gary Hutton, 76, and 57 through, Royston, Phipps and Nicol. Is it going to be Titchmarsh leading? All Lehane, Cross Four Ways, Rob Pritchard.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. Hopefully we should have an answer shortly. And just backing up here's number 37 there. And that is Dean Edwards on his way through. And Simon Lehane trying to get round the outside here. But no, Michael Titchmarsh closes the gap. Titchmarsh in front just ahead of Lehane. That gap's really closed up to around half a bike length between them as they went through a corner cottage there. You could just see as they came round the hedgerow here past Maggie's cottage that Simon Lehane just had a little bit of a look on the inside, but no more than that as Michael Titchmarsh just keeps the advantage as they roll their way up to Church Bends there. So still Titchmarsh who leads Lehane, but only by an absolute sniff, I think it is. And here comes the man in third as it stands, number 32, Richard Stott, all alone at this point. Hopefully we'll get a bit of time to see what's going on in behind him with the likes of Colin Stockdale, Andy Kildare and Rod Graham as well. Here's another roaring their way past Maggie's cottage. Here is number 41, and that is Colin Stockdale. And also emerging, I can see a blue plate just coming round the hedgerow. So it's number 48, Andy Kildare, who's making his way round as well. No issues whatsoever. So there you go, the front two. It is almost neck and neck as they came through. Back to you, Tim.
Two were sighted pretty much together on the bridge. Two emerge over the hill pretty much together. They're side by side. Oh my goodness, I think Lehane takes it. It's 0.03 of a second that separated them. And that's why we have line judges there, and they had to have their wits about them. But it's 106, Simon Lehane, who takes the victory in that race over 107. Michael Titchmarsh in the closest of finishes you could possibly ever wish to see. Fantastic drama. Chris Kinley, what a race.
I spoke to Simon before we went racing on Saturday, and he was telling us a bit about the bike and stuff. I think 82.7 is quickest lap, so they'd be quite pleased with that. Had a good battle alongside Mike Titchmarsh all the way through the race, but Simon takes the RST gloves off. I had to take the RI lid off, takes the glasses out first. Simon, speechless.
I didn't expect that.
You did. You got off to an absolute flyer. Arthur Browning was there early doors, and then Mike came alongside you. He gapped you about halfway through the race. How did he do that?
I don't know if I missed the gear going up towards Iron Gate and just managed to pull away, and then we were sort of just kept him inside really, but yeah, sort of kept eating back. He overshot on Castletown corner at one point, so I gained a bit back there. But yeah, we're good.
Any problems?
No, touch wood, yeah, everything went great. Thanks to everybody that's helped me. It's been a real experience.
Coming back?
Yes.
Good man, we like that. Well,
best check with the missus first.
Oh yeah, best check with the missus first. That's right. Well done, Simon.
Okay, thanks.
Well done, buddy. Well done. And second place, but first in class is Mike Titchmarsh. Just get round the back here, and you and Simon, what a battle! Good race.
Yeah, I mean the penultimate lap, I outbroke myself into Castletown corner, and he got the gap back. But yeah, you think he just got me over that line. Yeah,
he just seemed to have the pull on you down here as well, obviously being on the bigger bike, didn't he?
Yeah, I was trying to get away through those corners, and I just couldn't make enough to get away from him.
But good fun?
Yeah, brilliant. I'm made up with it, yeah.
I just said to me, going to come back next year. He said, oh yeah.
Oh, definitely, yeah. It's a must.
It is, well done.
Thanks very much.
There you go. So there's your front two, or the first two in the class, because it's the Consolation Race, as they call it. So we'll get the bikes up onto the stand here, hopefully, in a second or two. And David from Blackford's will be doing the presentation for this, and we thank them again for the sponsorship of the Pre-TD Classic here down at Ballown. But we do have another race ready to go in a moment. Just trying to get it out of gear. I'm glad it didn't do this during the race. But yeah, there we go. Well done, boys. Excellent stuff. So up on the podium goes Simon and Michael. So there we go. And David's going back to do the presentation. So round of applause to the guys from Blackford for doing the presentation, please, folks. I think George is ready to go with the microphone.
500 first, Dave, which is
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the presentation. The Consolation Race, and David from Blackford, who sponsor the main event, is presenting the trophies. Thank you, David, and all the guys there for their continued support. And the winner overall, number 106, newcomer Simon Lehane. Well done to Simon. And second overall, but first in his class on the 350, Michael Titchmarsh. Well done to Michael, and well done to Simon. That's the front two, and thanks to Blackford's once more. Tim, back to you.
Thank you very much indeed, Chris Kinley, and congratulations. And, well, what a treat we had there. That was one of the closest finishes we've witnessed for many a year here at the Colas Ballown course, as the safety car just goes through the course inspection cars, just having a little check that everything's in order. And well done to 32 Richard Sott as well. He got over the 80-mile-an-hour barrier as well at 80.121 miles per hour on his last lap to finish in third. Fourth was number 41, Colin Stockdale. Fifth was number 48, Andy Kildare. Sixth was number 82, Rod Graham. Seventh was 92, Mick Morton. Eighth, and moving up as well, was number 64, Chris Petty. And he had a race-long battle with number 58, Carl Fox, and he finished in ninth. So they swapped places again on that last lap. 10th was number 20, Gary Hutton. 11th, number 76, Royston Phipps. 12th, number 57, Brian Nicol. And 13th was number 37, Dean Edwards. Well, we had a fantastic battle at the front, but we also get them, of course, further down the field. And high praise indeed to 64 Chris Petty and 58 Carl Fox, who were really, really entertaining us to see who was going to get 8th and 9th, or 9th and 10th as it was earlier in the race, with people dropping out. Great entertainment all the way through, and that's what you get here at Ballown. It's not just about the top of the order. Well, it obviously is for the race wins and everything, but you do get some fantastic entertainment further down the field as well. So well done indeed to Simon Lehane and Michael Titchmarsh. They both pick up awards for class victories, but Lehane will just be feeling the better because he got that victory first across the line. They emerged over School Hill Rise together, and they were together pretty much side by side all the way down to the finish line. 0.03 was the margin. Let's just pop out to Cross Four Ways and see what Rob Pritchard made of that. What a race that was, and we've got a humdinger still to come next.
Absolutely, we have, Tim. We do have a humdinger to come up next, and I know obviously the official title of that race is Consolation Race, but there was nothing of consolation in that one. It was an absolute treat to watch down here at Cross Four Ways. That little battle right at the end through Corner Cottage here between Michael Titchmarsh and Simon Lehane was absolutely fantastic as they made their way round the hedgerow. Lehane just had that little bit of a look down the inside line, but I think it was just a little clear that Titchmarsh just had a little bit too much on him going round the corner and roaring up toward Church Bends there. But like you say as well, got to give credit to those further down the field as well. An absolutely fantastic battle down there as well that was developing. And obviously early on we did have that look around third place as well, how that was done. Richard Stott in the early stages was really catching number 99 Arthur Browning at a rate of knots round here before he did manage to nudge himself in front as well. And it was an absolute spectacle down here. That's what we're all here for. So the 350 Junior Classic coming up next, and if the last couple of practices are anything to go by, we really could be in for another battle royale, as you put it, Tim, coming up next. Can't wait.
Yeah, thank you very much indeed, Rob Pritchard out there at Cross Four Ways. Well, the next race is the Vintage Motorcycle Club Isle of Man Section 350cc Junior Classic race. This is going to be potentially a belter, Chris Kinley.
Yeah, I think you agree on that one, Tim. Absolutely. Dominic Kermison is just rolling the number 3 machine into his grid position. Number 36, Jamie Cowan, is there too. Been handed yet another piece of paper, which we always seem to get handed, especially down here at Blount and obviously up at the TT as well. We're going to talk about Rob Hodgson. He's riding a Ruthless Racing Honda. It's kindly sponsored by Carlton Commercials, Jeff Bates Racing, Davies Partnership, Bogoso, Ties to You, Northwestern, Maxton. And Ruthless is an anagram by Uncle Les Hurst, multiple TT and Sunderland sidecar competitor, who's a bit poorly at the moment but will be listening. So Les, if you are listening, we dedicate today to him from your team. My name is Lindsay Hurst, 1987 British sidecar champion, European and Grand Prix contender. Lindsay, thanks for giving the information. So Rob Hodgson on there, and a bit of help there by all those people helping him out. So, looking across the front row, number 3, Dominic Kermison, I'm sure very disappointed with that 250 a bit earlier on. Then number 36 next to him on the Craven Classic the classic Honda that he's on, Jamie Cowan. Second row will be 54 Pete Boast and 54 Pete Boast and 44 the man we just talked about there, Rob Hodgson. 56 Andy McLean into position as well. Don't see Alan Oversby yet, the winner in 2006 and 2016. Jamie and Dominic just had a little point at each other and pointed over, where's Alan? And it's like, oh, well, that does open it up even more for these two. But they should look out for Andy McLean behind. He's been going okay in practice on the Ripley Land machine. We'll keep an eye out for Alan because he might be a little bit late getting here. 3 and 36 across the front. Then it's 54, 44 and 56. Then it's 40 Barry Davison. Number 4 Mike Hose. And 35 John Lee Pemberton. John Lee on the 350 Honda this time. Number 11 on the 4th row. Number 11 of course Stevie Elliott. Number 10 I think is next to him. Yeah it is. That's Ben Ray on the Dugan Honda. And then we should have 86 there next to him as they head off Bill Swallow. Adam McLean has just nipped my hat to clean his visor and his screen. Just put me out and collect things back on. There you go. See, that's dedication for you. That. Absolutely. We have number 24. He's going to be a bit late going, so he's keeping an eye on that. One more bike coming on. So I've taken my hat off and it is cold. 24 is Scotty Wilson and Scott Getouts, but no Alan Oversby, Rob Pritchard over there across 4 ways.
Yeah, thanks very much, Chris. That could make it very intriguing if number 1 Alan Oversby isn't out on track. Who can just pop in behind there? The likes of, as you mentioned, Adam McLean there as well, and Rob Hodson in there, Peter Boast. Can they be part of the 3, or even those further back? Can they possibly look to find themselves an opening if it is indeed number 3 Dominic Herbertson and number 36 Jamie Coward occupying the front row? This class throughout this weekend has never failed to surprise. I think it's fair to say. So we could have even more drama as we get the race underway eventually, as we await for the travelling pack to make their way down here. Yeah, no doubt Dominic Herbertson, after that disappointment earlier this morning, will be really chomping at the bit to make a statement in this one as well, as we could just hear them making their way over the crest in the distance there, just waiting for that first glimpse of the travelling marshal taking the group through down into the dip as well, round Williams Corner as well, and up to us here just about after Maggie's Cottage, of course, and then just waiting to hear the noise is rising. There is the travelling marshal leading the way as they all sidle their way forward. One pack just making their way a little bit further forward, led by number 36 Jamie Coward, number 44 Rob Hodson, 54 BMOs before Mike Coase, number 35 is in there as well. So Stevie Elliott there, number 11, 86 with 17. No sign of Dominic Herbertson as it stands there in the front as Barry Davidson brings us. There he is, Dominic Herbertson, who's dropped a little bit further back behind number 10 Ben Ray, as the rest make their way through, and 49, 56 and 98 back in that group up, and 47, 96 and 83 make their way through. So that's Gareth Arnold backing up proceedings there as the rest of the travelling marshals make their way through. So Dominic Herbertson, he is in there. He just dropped back a little bit for reasons he will obviously be able to express to himself and others around him if he'd so wish to. But no sign of number 1 Alan Oversby, as you say. So this could be an extremely interesting affair over the 7 laps that we're going to get, and I really do hope that they keep the bar that's been set in practice and qualifying. This really could be a treat. I don't want to jinx it, of course. We're just hoping for some great racing as ever. We've been treated to plenty of it already this morning, particularly in that Consolation Race last. That was a fantastic finish. It's time to get things underway with Tim.
Yeah, you don't have time to catch your breath after all the excitement of the last race, and they throw another one at us here at the Colas Boulogne. This was due to start, according to the schedule, at 11:30, but it's about 15 minutes earlier. But that happens down here with the Southern 100 Club. If things are running to order, they will just crack on and get on with things. But I can confirm there is no Alan Oversby, and I think there's no 23 Gary Vines either. We'll check that on the grid. And no 88. Darren Slew was late to the holding area. The cars and marshals are gone, so I don't think he's going to be taking part either in this particular battle. So Dominic Herbertson is there on the front row. Beautiful looking bike, the Davies Motorsport 350 K4 Honda, and 36 there Jamie Coward, he's on the Ted Wolf K4 Craven Honda. Fantastic deep rumble of these machines, the Junior Classic 350cc machines for this Vintage Motorcycle Club Isle of Man section contest. And we're looking up the road to see that green flag be waved at the back, but there's still inspections taking place and a couple of conversations. Everything now does seem to be in order. Just one of the scrutineers just checking one of the bikes towards the back and making sure everything there is okay. So here we go. Engage gear, signs flick round. Watch the lights, watch the lights, watch the lights are away. Bit of a jump start there by Herbertson, but who's got the whole shot? Chris Kinley.
Yeah, that's interesting you say that. They've got line judges there, so if he has, he'll be pulled up on it. But it's 3 from 56 and 54. Nearly a bit of contact in the middle of the grid there. Wow, 3, 56 and 54 nearly coming to blows, shall we say, as they went past us. Tim.
Thank you very much. Just to clarify, Dominic Herbertson front wheel jumped in the air rather than a jump start, just to give his crew a little bit of comfort. But it was a fantastic start there by in the middle of that row, Jamie Coward, but a bit of a gap, of course, for Adam McLean to get through as well. But we shall see. Are we in for a treat here? But yeah, 88, Darren Slew, I can tell you, was late to the holding area. Everyone else had gone and the gate was shut, and so I don't think he's been allowed to take part. Further non-starter was number 23, Gary Vines, and also right on the front row, I think he'd had engine issues in the previous practice, and that, of course, means a non-start for Alan Oversby, who is the lap record holder from the last time the meeting was held here at 90.947 miles per hour. Let's go out to Rob Pritchard at Cross Four Ways.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. Who's it going to be? I think that's just the big question everyone's waiting for here, peering over the walls in front of us either side, and the crowd waiting patiently here as we can hear the noise rising. Yes, there is the first bikes emerging, and there's one taking quite a sizable lead already. Here's number 3, Dominic Herbertson through Maggie's Cottage, followed by number 56, who's taken ahead of number 36, Jamie Coward. So number 56, Adam McLean, ahead into second, ahead of Jamie Coward. There's Stephen Elliott going through number 10, Ben Ray. Number 5 is through as well. Keith Shannon, the crew's backing up here. So it is Dominic Herbertson who's picked up advantage as the last 3 come through, 83.19 and 49.49. Anthony Ambler backing up the crew here. So Dominic Herbertson already opening up a little bit of advantage ahead, but it was Adam McLean up into second ahead of number 36, Jamie Coward. So there's your front 3 as they now roar their way off through Church Bends and further down as well. So bit of a cat amongst the pigeons there. Adam McLean, he's been going well so far. He's up into second, but they're going to have to do, he and Jamie Coward, a fair bit of work to try and catch Dominic Herbertson, who's already pulled out a little bit of advantage as they're making their way through the latter stages of the circuit there. But there wasn't appearing to be any 2 or 3 groups backing up too much. Back to you, Tim.
Yep, first machine interview, and got a reasonable lead here, and it is Dominic Herbertson, number 3, 44, 55, 6, 36, 54. Let's just have a listen to these bikes as they cross the line. Beautiful. Well, Dominic Herbertson, bit of an issue with the transponder, but I can tell you he is leading, but I can't give you what the time of his gap was. But he had a reasonably comfortable lead ahead of, in second, number 44, Rob Hodson. Third will be number 56, Adam McLean. Fourth will be number 36, Jamie Coward. Very little between them. And Dominic Herbertson's lead, as he's confirmed now on the screen in front of me, is nearly 3 seconds. 2.97 seconds that Herbertson leads 44, Rob Hodson. McLean in third, Coward fourth, number 54, Peter Boast is in fifth. Sixth is number 4, Mike Hose. Seventh, number 40, Barry Davidson. Eighth, number 11, Stephen Elliott. Ninth, number 10, Ben Ray. 10th, number 5, Keith Shannon. 11th, number 35, John Lee Pemberton. 12th, number 86, the legend of Bill Swallow. 13th, number 7, Ewan Hamilton. 14th, number 65, Loris Hunt. 15th, number 17, Russell Robury. 16th, 96, Terence Sampson. 17th, number 50, Dave Glover. Herbertson by nearly 3 seconds from Hodson and McLean. Let's go to Rob at Cross Four Ways.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. I'm sure Dominic Herbertson will be happy with that because it sounds like it's a bit of a melee just in behind him. And here he comes through Maggie's Cottage, number 3. Dominic Herbertson still stretching that advantage to number 44. Rob Hodson still leads that little travelling pack in behind. 36, Jamie Coward. Number 56, Adam McLean. Number 54, Peter Boast. Coward, McLean and Boast in a very close 3 through there as number 40, Barry Davidson comes through. Number 11, Stephen Elliott, and number 4, Mike Hose as well. So they're coming in groups of 3 behind the leader. Here's number 10, Ben Ray, just ahead of number 86 there. That's Bill Swallow. Number 5, Keith Shannon. Number 35, John Lee Pemberton. And number 7, in there as well. 65 and 17 to Dominic Herbertson, still having that little bit of advantage as the next group come through. Number 96, Terence Sansom leading the way on that one, but it is number 44, Rob Hodgson, holding on to that second place position quite well at the moment, as the likes of the ones in behind there, as you mentioned, Adam McLean, Jamie Coward and Peter Boast all battling in behind, just about two bike lengths between all three of them as they made their way through. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, just the one bike seen on the bridge so far, and it is number 3, Dominic Herbertson, but here is the man in second, number 44, Rob Hodgson. What a dice this is! 54, Peter Boast has got ahead of Adam McLean and was nearly getting the push on number 36, Jamie Coward. Further great battle as well there between number 11, Stephen Elliott, and number 4. And number 4 is Mike Hose, and before them was 40, Barry Davidson. Bill Swallow is up into 9th position. He's got ahead of number 10, Ben Ray, who is in 10th. But Dominic Herbertson, his lead has gone out to 3.65 seconds, and the lap speed 90.148 miles per hour. The lap record 90.947, so we'll be keeping an eye on that. Second then, 44, Rob Hodgson, and he is around 2.2 seconds ahead of third place number 36, Jamie Coward. Nothing between him, though, and fourth place, 54, Peter Boast, and also number 56, Adam McLean. It was almost like 3 across the road here on the bypass as they went past the finish line. Sixth is 40, Barry Davidson. 7th, number 11, Stephen Elliott. 8th, number 4, Mike Hose. 9th, number 86, Bill Swallow, upper place. 10th, number 10, Ben Ray. No time to bring you any more. Herbertson leads, but there's an almighty scramble on for the other places. Let's go to Rob.
Fantastic timing, Tim. Right down through the dip. There is that figure through Maggie's Cottage. Number 3, Dominic Herbertson making his way through. And then a gap to second here of number 44, Rob Hodgson. He's got away of the travelling pack. But up into third is Jamie Coward. And number 56, Adam McLean. Number 54, Peter Bosa. It's Jamie Coward up into that final podium place as it stands. They go through Corner Cottage here. And then following up, 3 coming through. Led by number 40, Barry Davidson. 11, Stephen Elliott. Just behind number 4, Mike Hose. Already in there as well. So it's 3 bikes in 2 very tight-knit groups heading through there, but Dominic Herbertson still stretching that advantage. Number 44, Rob Hodgson in second, 86 and number 10 through here now as well, but Rob Hodgson just consolidating that second place at the moment as it stands number 5. Keith Shannon makes his way through cross 4 ways here, but up into third it was number 36, Jamie Coward, from number 56, Adam McLean, and then from number 54, Peter Boast. I think that 3-way battle for that final podium place could be continuing for the laps to come. It could be an exciting spectacle that's going to continue. Back to you, Tim.
Our race leader's been spotted, and here he comes. And again, number 3's looking down at that left-hand side. Bit of a leak issue maybe, and 44 is through 5 seconds. 56, 54 and 36. So Jamie Coward was third at Cross 4 Ways. He's 5th here at the Castletown bypass. So a tremendous battle going on. Here's another. 5 seconds the advantage. Number 3, Dominic Herbertson, has over number 44, Rob Hodgson. Up into third is number 56, Adam McLean. 4th is number 54, Peter Bose. And 5th, number 36, Jamie Coward. But there's hardly anything between those 3. 6th and up into 6th is number 11, Stephen Elliott. 7th is number 40, Barry Davidson. 8th is number 4, Mike Hose. And 9th, Bill Swallow, number 86. 10th is number 10, Ben Ray. 90.602 miles per hour for Dominic Herbertson on that last lap. So it's just a fraction away from Alan Oversby's lap record. Oversby disappointed to be missing out on this race today. Dominic Herbertson's had a disappointing morning up until now, but a little bit of concern as he was once again just looking down at that left-hand peg on the bike. Is there some liquid leaking out there and causing his boot to slip? Well, we'll wait and see, but not done and dusted yet. Let's go out to Rob at Cross 4 Ways.
Yeah, absolutely, Tim. Nothing is certain in this class. That's what has been building the excitement all weekend here. Well, he's certainly having no issues at the moment coming through cross four ways. Number 3, Dominic Herbertson, round Maggie's Cottage and into the bend he goes here. All alone as it stands. Here's number 44, Rob Hodson, still trying to extend that gap. Here's number 56, Adam McLean. Number 54, Peter Bose, looking to get in on the inside and does. Followed by number 36, Jamie Coward down in 5th. Peter Bose goes up into 3rd, just through Corner Cottage. Can't quite see what they'll be doing up at Church Bends here, but that was a lovely overtaking manoeuvre on the inside. But number 54, Peter Bose, up into 3rd here. Here comes number 4, Mike Hose. Followed by number 11, Stephen Elliott. Barry Davidson, number 40 on the inside, and number 11, Stephen Elliott as well. What fantastic drama in those two groups we're having down here across 4 ways on the last few laps. So it was Peter Bose up into 3rd there as well, followed by number 56, Adam McLean, and then number 36, Jamie Coward. Here comes number 10, Ben Ray, managing to hold off the advances of number 86, Bill Swallow through there. So Dominic Herbertson still with that nice little advantage up top, and Rob Hodson getting himself clear in 2nd. But that battle for 3rd is just going to go on and on and on with the things as they stand. Back to you, Tim.
What a treat over 7 laps this is turning into, and again he looks down. Dominic Herbertson passes us now, but was looking down at that left-hand side of his Davies Motorsport bike. There's 44, Rob Hodson. 36 has come up from 5th to 3rd, ahead of Adam McLean and Peter Bose. It is chopping and changing every single section, it would seem, never mind each lap. But it's now Jamie Coward who's in 3rd place, ahead of 56 Adam McLean. 2 together there as well in Stephen Elliott and Mike Hose having a battle. Mike Hose has got himself up into 7th place. Peter Bose is 5th, number 54, and 8th is number 40, Barry Davidson. There's 90.6 from Jamie Coward there, so they're getting very close, all of them, to that lap record. 5, 35 and 7 across the line. So let's just take stock and get some order here. Number 3, Dominic Herbertson, is 5.7 seconds ahead of number 44, Rob Hodson. He's around 2.5 seconds ahead of 3rd place, and 3rd is number 36, Jamie Coward, at this time. 4th is number 56, Adam McLean, at this time. And 5th is number 54, Peter Bose. It may well have changed even since we've said it and they've crossed the line. Real gaggle of bikes going past us. What a race this is turning into. 4 laps have gone. They're on their 5th, out to Rob at cross 4 ways.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. You might as well roll a dice to see who's going to be getting that podium place, as that last podium place as it stands. But out here all alone, once again, right up front is number 3, Dominic Herbertson, round Corner Cottage here from number 44, Rob Hodson. It's number 36, Jamie Coward, up into 3rd here. He's got a bit of a distance, about half a second on number 56, Adam McLean. And then just behind him, number 54, Peter Bose. So Jamie Coward now up into 3rd. He just seems to have pulled out a little bit of a margin over the 2 he's been battling with, Adam McLean and Peter Bose there, as they made their way through Corner Cottage and up towards Church Bends there. So it's advantage Jamie Coward through cross 4 ways for that last podium place to stand. Here's another battle of 3 led by number 11, Stephen Elliott, and Barry Davidson. Number 40 wants to go on the inside. Oh, the 3 of them nearly touch, but don't quite. What a drama again as they went round Corner Cottage here. And probably about an A4 piece of paper between all 3 of them as they went through there. Couldn't quite see who got their nose in front of it. It was Stephen Elliott who was leading the line, number 11, as they went through there. You really can't call this one bit at all, can you? Come around the hedge right here, number 10, Ben Ray. Got a bit of a gap here, about 2 or 3 bike lengths to 86. Back to you, Tim.
Oh, drama indeed, as they used to say out there at cross 4 ways. Well, here is our race leader. Again, I think he was more looking behind there to see what sort of margin he had, but Herbertson's there. 44's been caught now, Rob Hodson, by 36, Jamie Coward. And in fact, it's 1.5 seconds there, so that gap has come down. So we might be having a real big issue now as to who's going to come second, because Rob Hodson has definitely been reeled in a bit by the trio that have been battling and treating us all the way round so far, these 5 laps. And 90.329 as Hose, Elliott and Davidson involved in their own tussle further down in the sort of middle sections, but Herbertson 5.6 ahead of Hodson. Hodson's just 1.5 seconds ahead now of 36 Jamie Coward, and he in turn is 0.9 ahead of 56 Adam McLean, who is just 0.7 ahead of 54 Peter Bose. Another two having a battle there. Ben Ray, number 10, and number 86, Bill Swallow. Entertainment right the way through this quality field in this Vintage Motorcycle Club Isleman section. 350cc Junior Classic Thriller. Herbertson leads over the 90 mark now of the top four. That's the pace they're going at, and are just shy of Alan Oversby's lap record. He'll be wanting to hang on to that, I'm sure, because he wasn't able to start, unfortunately for him. What's it going to be at Cross Four Ways is the burning question on everyone's lips now. Let's go out to Rob Pritchard.
Well, I can guarantee I'm certainly not going to be calling it before they've reached here. Here is the race leader, number 3, Dominic Herbertson, all alone, still stretching that advantage as he comes through to Corner Cottage. Here is number 44, Rob Hodson in second, just from Jamie Coward, number 36, number 56, Alan McLean, number 54. Peter Bose, bit of a wiggle from Bose as they went through. So yeah, Rob Hodson, certainly the gap closing between him in second and number 36, I should say, Jamie Coward in third, I should say there, followed by number 56, Adam McLean, number 54, Peter Bose. It wasn't quite wheel to wheel, I think it is, but that gap's starting to bunch up a little bit behind Rob Hodson in second. We could be in for a grandstand finish there. Here's the next three that have been given as entertainment, led by number 40, Barry Davidson, 11, Stephen Elliott, 4, Mike Hose as well. Davidson through much more comfortably this time. The last time those three came through here, it was very much wheel to wheel to wheel through Corner Cottage there, but Barry Davidson leading that little trio as they went through there from number 11, Stephen Elliott, and also number 4, Mike Hose there. A bit more certainty this time around, but it's back to you, Tim.
Yep, just another look down. He wasn't looking behind then. That was a look down by number 3, Dominic Herbertson, but he still leads as he goes on to the last lap. 44, 36, 55 and 54, 56 and 54, I should say. Dominic Herbertson, 5.4 seconds now ahead of number 44, Rob Hodson. In third, 91.165 miles per hour by Jamie Coward in third is a new lap record here. Oh my word. Those three have absolutely entertained everybody here. Barry Davidson is in 6th. Stephen Elliott, number 11, is in 7th. And number 4, Mike Hose, is now in 8th. But Jamie Coward is definitely reeling in Rob Hodson. He could get himself up to 2nd. And Dominic Herbertson will just be hoping that he can get his bike, which appears to have developed the same issue as the other night in practice, get that one home. 5.4 seconds then, the advantage, but it is so tight now for second place, with Rob Hodson currently occupying it. 36, Jamie Coward in third. They're on their final lap. Let's go out to Rob at Cross Four Ways.
Yeah, here we go, Tim. The last time through Cross Four Ways on this race of what's been an absolute thriller. And yeah, we could just see him making his way through Williams Corner round Maggie's Cottage. Here he is, number 3, Dominic Herbertson. That gap has slowed, and the two still battling together here. Jamie Coward, number 36, up into second ahead of Rob Hodson. A bike length between them. Jamie Coward through into second, Rob Hodson third. Adam McLean goes through number 56. Gets a little bit of advantage now, number 54, Peter Bose. So Jamie Coward up into second ahead of Rob Hodson through Cross Four Ways. Not sure where the overtake happened. It's a little further down from where we were, but Coward less than a bike length in it into second place ahead of number 44, Rob Hodson. Adam McLean, number 56, in 4th, and number 54, Peter Bose, in 5th. Adam McLean just managing to open up a tiny bit of a gap there from himself and Peter Bose, but it's really close in that second place. I don't want to call it in the last stage. Here's number 11, Stephen Elliott come through. Barry Davidson had a little look on the inside, wouldn't get through number 40, and Mike Hose, number 4, following in close behind them as well. Barry Davidson had a little bit of a look on the inside of Stephen Elliott there, just didn't quite get the space to do it, but it really is going to be tight for that second place right at the end. Back to you, Tim.
Yes, it's been a fantastic race, but here is our race winner, number 3, Dom the Bomb. But who's going to be second? It's 44, overtaking on the crest of the hill. Rob Hodson second, Jamie Coward in third place. Chris Kinley, I need to catch my breath. What a race that was. Dominic Herbertson is your winner though, Chris.
Yeah, thanks very much for that, Tim. And another new lap record on the last lap for Jamie Coward, 91.274. So a quicker lap there for Jamie on that last lap. And it sounds like these boys have had a good bit of crack out there on the circuit. Dominic obviously knew what was happening behind him. He's obviously watching what young Rob and Jamie was doing. But we'll grab a word with Dominic if we can. Let him see the misses first. The guys are straight in. And Dominic, hello young man, taking the RST gloves off again. Dominic Herbertson takes that win. Won it in 2018 and wins it again in 2022. Congratulations.
What a gap that is, mind, isn't it? Come out of retirement. No, it's obviously great to be back. And no, I was very lucky to get away there. Adam was an absolute demon off the start, and I went, I'm going to have to do something brave and do it quickly. So in the iron gate, he hit the brake a bit early. I went, you know what? Today's a good day. The rain's off. Let's have a go.
So you stuck up the inside at Iron Gate?
Oh, you've got to be done, but it was nice and safe. So I don't know where Adam is, but there was no red flags, so obviously he's fine. He wasn't parked up, so that was the main thing.
He was going for a bit, but these two behind were having a heck of a battle. Did you have a little sneaky look at one point? You were looking down to the left-hand side of the bike again.
Now, obviously from yesterday on the Yamaha, we had a little bit of an oil leak, so it's always good to make sure what's going on. You know, any little slips and trips, you just have to double check with your pegs while you're riding. So it's not only yourself out there, you've got to think of everyone else, because if there is a big oil leak, you're going to put others at risk, so you can't be doing that.
Speaking of machine problems, 250, what went wrong?
Clutch. You know, it was carrying all this weight. I'm not exactly a 250 chassis young'un, but obviously John Chapman, he'll be absolutely gutted back at home. But no, we got it on pole for him, but hopefully next year.
Thanks, Tom.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, buddy. Cheers. Well done. And let's get into Rob if we can. Rob Hudson. I can hear somebody's radio going on in the background here. Anyway, get Rob in a minute. Just putting the gloves on front. This is all very technical. Putting the helmet down, putting the gloves down. That was a good battle, you and Jamie, eh?
Yeah, I had a look about 2 or 3 laps from the end. I looked behind coming out the first corner and I had about a second, something like that. I thought, we're not doing too bad here. Dom's gap was similar, so then the last lap I had another look and Jamie was right up my arse, so I thought, we've got a job on here, like. So he passed me across 4 ways and then we had a battle to the line then, so yeah, I managed to nab him at the end, but yeah, it was great fun.
Good fun then, yeah?
Yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah, the Ruthless Racing team have put together a good 350 here, and they're on with a Project 500 as well, so we'll give that a good go later on.
Well done.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. Cheers. And then we'll just get round. Rupert, we've not started yet. Come on, Rupe, we've not started yet. You're getting too excited, aren't you, Rupe? Just having a practice. We like that, Rupe. Just do the interview first, and then we'll get you on, all right? Don't get excited, Rupert. Rupert, and I tell you what, Jamie, you don't know this, but you broke the lap record, 91.274 last lap.
That'll do. That's happy enough with that. That's fair play. That's,
Dominic's just gone.
Now we're Ted's the little bike. We're just we might have been a slightly bit overgeared, but we're just struggling out the corners. You know, they just have a punch, and then once we got into its legs, we were away. And for about 3 or 4, I think it were 3 laps, we had him and Boast there. Every time I got past them, they come past me again, and I was tempted to tap the seat inside, stay behind, and we'll catch these in front. But I managed to get past Adam, like block past him, so they create a bit of a gap, and I managed to catch Rob, and I had to work my socks off, to be fair, to catch him back up, and luckily I did. But I passed him into stadium, and it's same again as Alan on Saturday, and he just drove past me to the line. But oh well, I'm on the podium again, so it doesn't matter. So I'm chuffed a bit, to be fair, for Ted and the team. So thanks for Ted and all the guys back home and stuff, you know. So.
And a lap record.
That'll do me. Thank you very much.
Well done, Jamie. Thanks very much. And we will now do the podium presentation for the VMCC Isle of Man section. In third position, Jamie Coward. Well done, Jamie. And the new lap record, 91.274. Second position for number 44, Rob Hodson. Well done, Rob. And the race winner, always smiling, Dominic Herbertson. Dominic gets the garland over his neck. So the first 3, Jamie Coward, Rob Hodson and Dominic Herbertson. And thank you, Rupert and the Vintage Motorcycle Club Isle of Man section for their support. Tim, back to you.
Thank you very much. Great reactions down there after a great race. And the Roads Open car has just passed us here. If it hasn't passed you, the roads remain closed, but it is on its way round. We'll just go through then. Dominic Herbertson, the winner. Second, Rob Hodgson. Third, Jamie Coward, with that lap record as well. Fourth was number 56, Adam McLean. Fifth was number 54, Peter Post. Sixth, eventually, was number 11, Stephen Elliott. Seventh was number 4, Mike Hose. Eighth was number 40, Barry Davidson. And on lap 1, the order was 4:40.11. Then lap 2, it was 40:11.4. Lap 3, 11:44. Lap 4, 11:4.40. Lap 5, 4:11.40. Lap 6, 40:11.4. And the last lap, 11:4.40. They were never in the same positions when they came past us here at the finish line on any of those laps. It was a real battle there between them. In 9th position was number 10, Ben Ray. 10th, number 86, Bill Swallow. 11th, number 35, John Lee Pemberton. 12th, number 5, Keith Shannon. 13th, number 7, Ewan Hamilton. 14th, number 47, David Tetley. 15th, number 50, Dave Glover. 16th, number 49, Anthony Ambler. 17th, number 96, Terence Sampson. And 18th, number 98, Kelly Carruthers. So that is the morning done and dusted. We'll let Rob have a cold shower in the break here, and we'll get his reflections on that superb morning of entertainment that we've had. So, roads will close again. There's a bit of a break now. The roads will close again at 1 o'clock. And the first 3 races on the afternoon schedule will be underway at 1:20.